my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. I'm not a marriage scammer. I gave my cat away for you.
Rage, more rage.
Cutie's in a video. Hi, me again. Hi, are you serving cheeseburgers right now? Like these people who have, like, they have children. Can you not take them to the park? I'm fat. I'm obese. I am fat. Dad, if you're watching this, sue Slimer.
Evil cackle. Check, fucking mate, doll. Check, fucking mate.
Right before Christmas, bitch. How fucking dare you? You think your life will be so much better struggling here with 500 kids and no money? Okay, good luck. My dad's my uncle.
Hello, it's ready.
Hillbilly, crap, white trash people.
Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Good to see you lovely people here today. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Did I add myself to the studio? I did. Wistful Demon, thank you so much for the super sticker, girl. Good to see you. Hope you are doing well. Oh, my beautiful dog is getting better and I am zooted. Awesome. That is amazing news, girl. Congratulations. Hello, Carrie, Campfire Girl. I'm not watching that pig in Syria. Emotional Sport Muffin, Sugar Papa, Lily May, Sassy Mama, French Fraud. Hello, good to see you. Love you the most. Misanthropy, hello. Plain old Patty, good to see you. Luna, Kyle, hello. Yes, please. Live chat, check, everybody. Live chat, check. Where Schneffer says, please pass along some of those pennies to Amber since the Cash App is gone, girl. Cannot believe I've got so much to say about and I'm glad I'm not mad about it. I am so happy that Amber took the camera and just let it all out because, Chantel is so, under the influence. She's just over there slobbering on herself and there's absolutely nothing. Who was it? Barbecue Chicken. On Twitter, she's a clip channel. She was like, there's like 4 hours of content and there's nothing for me to clip. There's nothing there. Like I turned it on every so often just to hear what she was going to say. And I'm like, you cannot be serious. And I mean, there are things I would like to say about the situation. Okay, I'll give you this. Will I be restocking the skinny from the back hoodie? Stoner Girl, maybe. I would like to do like a new design, do something different. So maybe with some kind of new design, possibly, yes. I just got to work on it. Where's Schneffer? Thank you for the support, honey. Good to see you. Unknown Poster says, just a reminder that you're still monetized. Hey, listen, I'm not rubbing it. I don't care who it is. I'm not going to rub it in anybody's face that they're not monetized because I don't want that shit to come back on me. Because here's the thing, guys. I have a difference of opinion than Amber as far as why she lost monetization. And I'm going to talk about that really, really soon. Unknown Poster, thank you so much for the support, hon. I appreciate you. Carrie Ludwig says, Yaba, I made it another year. Hell yes, girl. Can I hear from Mr. Pickle? I need some wisdom. Where's my pickle? Oh, there it is. Did you moment, Carrie? Carrie, this is just for you, girl, from our emotional support Pickle. What do you have to say today, Pickle?
Your problems are just temporary, and you've got the crunch to handle them.
Yeah, hey, Carrie, that was a good one, girl. And thank you so much for the support and good to see you, hon. Hello, everybody. Drollbees, exactly. Drooling on herself, hot as balls. Hello, Shelly Ray. Good to see you. Happy Thanksgiving week. I am thankful for you all and being there for me. Love you all. Shelly, thank you so much for being here with us and being part of the group. And thank you for being a member for 45 months, girl. Appreciate you so much. Hello, Hectic Llama. I thought it was paused, but it was just her staying. I reloaded. It's so funny that you say that because I reloaded the video several times because I thought it was messed up. I was like, is this my internet? What's going on here? No, it was just Chantel. It was just Chantel, high as balls, depressed as hell. And I think that's a big reason of why she is doing what she is doing. Okay. I think that it's worse than what we thought or what we anticipated. I don't know necessarily that Scatboy is stringing her along. I really don't. I think that she is depressed. She doesn't want to show her ass just yet because Chantel is delusional and she's holding out hope. That's what I think. Wistful Demon, holy shit. Thank you so much for gifting 20 the YouTube Underground memberships. Let's see if we can get them. Why not? Thank you so much, girl. I appreciate you. Hello, Farrah. Good to see you. Is it Karen? Hello. Welcome. Actual Facts. Gloria. D-Lan. Mad Maddie. Orange Flu. Haversham. Grab your broom. That's actually a fucking funny ass name. Joyful. What is that? Danae. Welcome. My husband said I can get some support group merch for Christmas. Gotta show support to a fellow Hoosier. Hell yeah, girl. Young Roy, I just got here. Amber, that deranged bunny. The return of Veronica Sawyer. One Woman Riot. Weird Barbie Life. Vert. Annie something. Don't know too much. Texas Truth. Sunday Lou. Welcome. All new members. Thank you again so much for that, Wistful Demon. I appreciate you, girl. Chantel was damn near comatose. Yeah, dude, that shit was insane. And you know what, though? I can't believe that she would be willing to take the risk coming online and being that intoxicated, because that is definitely against TOS. Hey, Butter Crumpet. Good to see you, hon. Good morning. Aspen, everything that we heard yesterday from Amber's mouth, I think told the story. I think she's panicking. I think a lot of us, for whatever reason, believe that Amber was a little bit more responsible with her money. She's not. She made that crystal clear yesterday that she has not been responsible with her money. You got to understand, Amber's been making a shit ton of money, and good for her. I'm not hating on her. Single, just has to pay for her apartment, pay for her pets or whatever. I'm going to assume, like the majority, she ate her money. She ate her money, and obviously she spent it on hauls and dumb shit. But I think the majority of her money, she ate it. And that's crazy. Made over $1 million on YouTube the whole time. She barely uploaded this year. No house paid off either. I know, it's wild. There's a lot to talk about in her, 51-minute video. I can't wait to get into it. Thank you for the super chat, hun. Very good. Hello. I'm so sad for Amber. She has to sell her Legos in her journal. She's selling her shit. Yeah, she's selling her shit, which is kind of wild. She claims that she just bought a $1,300 camera. Like, girl, you're a vlogger. That you should have had yourself a good camera. You just now purchased yourself a good camera, and now you've got to sell it because you've lost monetization. Number one, I just want to remind you guys, she didn't get terminated off the platform. She lost monetization. We've had several creators in this space that has happened to. It's very unfortunate when it does happen. It sucks a lot. But in 90 days, hey, babe, I see you. Lindsay, I think I seen you in chat. MC, hello, everybody. Ashley, hello. Shut the front door. Good to see you. Hello, Smith, Nikki Fitness. Everybody that I missed, welcome. In 90 days, she's going to be able to reapply for monetization. And I could almost guarantee you in those 90 days, she's going to get her monetization back. So she needs to make it from now until 90 days. 3 months. You don't have 3 months worth of savings. I mean, yeah, you might fall on some hard times. You might struggle. You might have to get into some money that you don't want to get into. I don't know, any kind of credit cards or anything available, Amber. So you're telling us you have freaking nothing all this time on YouTube. It's just you, your fur babies, and you have nothing to fall back on for 90 days. Again, I'm going to remind you all, this is very, very important. Very good. Thank you for the support. I didn't think she was responsible with money. I knew she was spending every penny and living paycheck to paycheck. That's a lot of money to spend on yourself every month. Like a lot of money. A lot. She's going to start airing Jade out for being a co-signer at least on that brand new SUV. Seattle Sapphire says, Girl World is experiencing a cleanse. The untouchable has been touched. A gentle reminder, don't let your ego get you in trouble. Karma is watching. You're not wrong, girl. I am very grateful every day to the YouTube gods. Thank you very much. Seattle Sapphire, thank you for the support. I appreciate you. Hey, Langley. Hey, Grandma Mayhem. Good to see you. She's going to want that down payment back. I was saying something and I forgot what it was. It'll come back to me. Let's see. Misty says begging for pennies is wild. I don't understand. My biggest thing is I don't understand the begging for anything when there's so many different ways for Amber to make income until she can get her monetization back on YouTube. This is the part I'm really struggling. And I guess it really just comes down to, excuse me, my nose is over here running. Let me grab a tissue. This is where I'm really struggling for Amber, because Amber has a big following, whether it be haters, whether it be her fans, her supporters. Amber is in a position to pivot. You remember when Chantel lost her platform and she pivoted to other platforms? She didn't do great, and it was only for a couple of days, so we really didn't get to see how that turned out. But and I can't even believe I'm about to say this, like, she did the right thing. She went right to other platforms. I think she went to Twitch. Was there a Patreon? I don't know. I mean, hell, Amber, if you're that desperate, I mean, what are you waiting for? OnlyFans it up, girl. Do what you got to do to make your paper. But coming online and asking for handouts, that's going to get you nowhere. Seriously, these people don't have the funds to just take care of your life, pay your bills, and you're not even providing any kind of entertainment. Like, what are you thinking? That's so weird to me. It's so weird when you have all of these other opportunities where you, like I told Sam, I was like, why has she not got her TikTok going? Like TikTok, I've seen, there are some vloggers that I follow over on TikTok. You know, it's my guilty pleasure, right? And there's this one girl I follow. She's younger. She has a son. She worked as like a 911 operator. And then she was like, I don't need to go to work every day. I'm just going to go ahead and quit my job because I'm making money on TikTok. And if I ever need to go back, I can do that. And I'm going to go to school instead. I was like, that's a fucking boss ass move. That's what you should do. So my point is, like, there's money to be made on a TikTok platform. I mean, they're going to be more strict. But as long as you're careful with your content, Amber, and you already have a following over there, why aren't you uploading content? Why aren't you making vlogs? Why aren't you getting monetized? And I don't even know if she's monetized on TikTok. What is this shit? That's my thing. Like, what is this shit? And she's gotten so lazy. I mean, the vlogs that she used to do and she used to upload on her channel, they weren't even that good, right? It was bare minimum. So I get that, but she's gotten even more lazier with her content. So her being like, if she needed to go over to TikTok to make content, she's going to have to actually put in work. Like the editing and all of that in the filming that goes into these vloggers on TikTok, because you have to understand, like, it's constant cutscenes, right? They probably record like 8 hours throughout their day, or maybe even longer. And they cut that shit down to a couple of minutes. And believe it or not, that's a lot of freaking work that goes into the editing that they got to do on these videos. And she's not trying to do that. She can't, but I mean, then what are you crying for? I guess I gotta go out in the real world and get it. I mean, if you want to, you absolutely do. You're not there yet. Like, you still have an opportunity to make money on social media, but you're going to pivot right into well, go ahead. Well, go ahead. And who's going to hire you? Even work from home. Are you kidding me? You're in no condition, Amberlynn, at this point in your life to even work from home for 8 to 10 hours a day, especially when you are used to a certain lifestyle. We're talking going from making, I don't know what Amber's making. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about. I don't think she's making the kind of money that she was, but she's still probably bare minimum making $10K a month. You think she's going to, Mrs. has nothing to go on her resume. Is going to be out here to get a work from home job that's going to make anything close to $10,000 a month. No way. Miss T, thank you for the support. Hello, JoJo Cannon. Amberlynn could sell her washcloths. Exactly. I'll see myself out. Hey, listen, but dude, there's some weird things. I mean, call your girl. Hey, you got yourself a manager, a girlfriend manager. Like Salah has him a cousin wife. You got yourself a girlfriend manager. Tell her to put you on game. Tell her to put you on games. I don't know. Sell farts in a jar. Like, there are ways to make the kind of money that you were making on YouTube. It's just going to take work. It's just going to take effort, unfortunately. But you got real cocky at the last couple of months. What has it been? 6 months? She even gave us a timeline yesterday. It's been like 6 months since they've uploaded a vlog. Oh, since you tanked your channel? And I'm going to talk more. That's very important. The timeline that we're talking about, the 6 months, we're going to circle back around to that when we get into the video because it's very important and it comes back around to her losing her monetization. So just remind me. Jojo, thank you for being a member. Hello, Jazzy. Lurking while working. Lots of love to all. Happy Thanksgiving week. Can't believe Chins is risking it after what ALR is going through. Wild. I'm with you. You know, and again, as far as like, hold on. Sam says, I think she was pretty sure she would win her appeal. That's stupid. That's stupid. I don't hear about people very often winning their appeals when they lose their monetization. Like it's very rare. Very rare. Oh, also the locale universe. So Keem will not hire people who have been terminated off YouTube because he, you know, I think there is some, you can't do that. She hasn't been terminated. She's lost her monetization. So she could totally get a position over at the locale universe. Keem would have her. They would all make bank. But is she doing that? No. It's a whole thing. Jazzy, thank you so much for the support, honey. Good to see you. Hello, Street Carp. Good to see you. Big Back says, I maintained from jump that she was as irresponsible with the money as Cutie. That stream said it all, begging like her big sister. The begging, it wasn't just the begging, it was the panic. The look of panic on her face. We've really never, I mean, yeah, we've had a few meltdowns from Amber, but it's always been over like some, you know, bitch shit with her girlfriends or whatever. At least as much as I can remember. But when it comes to money, Amber really doesn't discuss money very often. Like she likes to flex or whatever. So the look of panic on her face told me everything that I needed to know. That shit was crazy. I didn't expect her to be broke, but here we are. You know, here we are. Big Back, thank you for the support, hon. Just Jamie says, that was by far ALR's best piece of content this year. You're not wrong. This year for Amberlynn has been horrible. And not to shift blame from Amberlynn over to the feeder Tommy, but I mean, just like Salah has basically tanked Chantel's channel and tanked her content. And the reason that Chantel is sitting there drooling out of her mouth and also got a case of the sides, Salah, Emily, Tommy, whatever you want to call them, thanks to these motherfuckers, is the reason that our girls are no longer entertaining. It is what it is. Jamie, thank you for the super chat. I haven't even actually watched it. I can't wait to see. Oh, it's good. I was listening in my kitchen. I was like, what are you doing, bro? Like, what is this shit? She wants us to pray for her. You're going to need a lot more than prayers, motherfucker. I'm telling you that much right now. Yeah, Salah did this exactly, Butter Crumpet. Honestly, she should just go feed her content. She thinks she's too good for it, but she would like it. They will tell her how sexy she is, and she can just eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. Yes, I don't disagree. I mean, look, I was going to say Chantel. Listen, Amber, you got to do what you got to do. Mommy needs a good Christmas. I didn't hear the part about her mom wrecking her car, but I think I read it on Twitter. Did her mom total their car? Like the car that gets Amber to wherever she needs to go, is the car gone? Maui says no savings, no property, no car, no vacations, no partner, no family, no health, all the way. Well, at least you maintained your mass. I mean, at least you have all that mass, Amberlynn, but not for long, because I don't think you're going to be able to afford to maintain the mass going forward. That was my first thought. Listening to Amber and talk about how poor she was. How are you going to eat? So what are you going to do? Like, do you all know? Like, we have no idea. You can take a guess. You can take a guess just by looking at her, but you really don't know how much Amber actually spends on food. And I think the panic above all has to deal with, she's going to have to cut back on all of her deliveries, on all of her takeout, on all of her DoorDash, on all of the above. I can only imagine if this woman is blowing through $10,000+ a month and she's only taking care of herself, okay? How much of that do you think went to food? Seriously. I mean, we heard Chantel back in the day give us a number, an estimate of what she spent on food, and it was like $3,000. So what do you think Amber spends? Maui, thank you for the support, hon. Lala Landing says, foodie melts in sofa, unwatchable. I watched though. Did you watch it? Dude, I couldn't do it. I seen some of it and it was just like this. I feel like my brain is frying from watching Chantel fry her brain. I couldn't do it. I just could not do it. Thank you for the support, hon. I figured if anything interesting happened in those live streams, then people, hey, Sansa, good to see you. Then people would say so on Twitter. I couldn't suffer through. Patsy says, happy Thanksgiving, Yaba, Sam, and chat. I have off until Monday. Whoo-hoo, hell yeah, girl. That is amazing. Congratulations and happy Thanksgiving to you. Thank you so much for being a member. Also, we are rescheduling Just Saying's a fundraiser. I want to make sure that everybody's going to be present. I know we're going to have some people out because of the holidays. I just want to make sure that we give Just Saying the most, proper fundraiser and be able to dedicate the time to it. Like, I don't want to rush through it. So I think we're going to do it Monday instead of today. I think it's best to wait until after the holidays. I know we got people who are out with family, people who are out shopping. They won't be able to be here. So we're going to wait and do that Monday. I had it scheduled and I made it private. So I have a thumbnail and everything ready. So we're going to circle back around to that Monday after the holiday. And I think that'll be better for the community. Monday would be better. Yeah, people were mentioning that. I'm like, yeah, we should probably do that because I don't even want to feel like I have to rush through it because I have basketball practice tonight with Ray and then shopping and everything. And I really want to be able to give her the time and dedication that she deserves. So we're going to do that Monday, guys. So sorry we had to change the date. I didn't think that out too well. That's why I really need to take time and think everything as far as scheduling is concerned. Take some time to do that. So we're going to reschedule that to Monday. Sue Ellen says, Yaba maintaining a diet to keep that juicy 600 lbs is like 10 to 15,000 calories worth of food. Wow. That's not cheap. Also, she had to pay favors to her possible love interest. Girl, what a life, Crazy Cat Lady. I'm not through all of them. Let me see. I hope I didn't. Sue Ellen, thank you for the support. Let me see, because I'm still behind in chat. Nomi says TikTok pays through PayPal, which ALR was banned from because of past failed online shops she had. She got banned from PayPal. So TikTok pays out through PayPal. And so Amber's not getting monetized on PayPal on TikTok because she got banned on. Like, girl. Oh my God. How do you manage to do this? That's so insane. I had no idea. I've never been a TikTok girly as far as a creator. So I didn't know how they paid. That's interesting. Thank you for that information and thank you for the support. Her old earrings, I think so. The dirty earrings. Hello, chef. I'm glad she's demonetized. She has nothing to feed her food addiction now, and that's what she's most upset about, her food. She has no power. Let me tell you this much though, okay? Could Amber go out there and scoop up some job and be able to pay her bills and live a very basic lifestyle? Probably. She's not gonna like it, and she's done that before. Like, Amber worked at call centers and things like that before she got really big into YouTube. So she knows what to expect. It's going to be more of that, Amber. So good luck with that. Chef, thank you for the support, hun. That's how much Amber spent during her Wisconsin trip. Hey, Nana Spike T. She's doing it for sympathy. I thought she had a stay-at-home online job. Trust and believe there was never, and this is why, dude, you literally spoke that shit into existence. How many times have we had the conversation about speaking shit into existence? Amber, remember when you thought it was real cute when you were spending all that time on the phone with Tommy and you were putting out shit for brain content, sitting there looking at the camera, having conversations, talking about shit people didn't want to hear about? Remember that? And then you got real cocky and you started making these shorts talking about work from home job, what it's like to work from home being 732 pounds. And now look at you. What'd you do? You put that out in the universe, and now you really have to go find yourself a real in-person, more than likely, job. I highly doubt you're going to be qualified for a work from home job, but we shall see. Spiteful Pinky Jean, girl. I was just talking to Sam about that. I just opened my merch order. Girl, you are so generous. Thank you so much. I love the pickle tumbler and the thing I can't share. Yes. The pink die or don't tumbler was worth the wait. I'm so glad you like it, Spiteful Pinky Jean. Enjoy. I've been checking your tracking number to make sure you got your package. Fondue says, I hope the next job has her stand on her leaky legs. She's going to be a Walmart greeter. No offense to Walmart greeters, okay? But I'm saying as far as what she's qualified for, and especially considering she's very disabled, she should just go get her one of those scooters. Call Quirky. Tell Quirky you need the scooter. You need to borrow it. You need to have your time with the set-down scooter. Take your set-down scooter to your local Walmart, apply for your job, sit down in the scooter while you apply for the job. And then when they hire you for your door position, take the scooter and then sit down in your scooter and greet people as they come into your used to be favorite place to shop, the local Walmart. Fondue, thank you for the support, hun. Randomly, Aja says, to summarize Girl World 2025 in one word, karma. Yes, girl. And thank you for being a member for 23 months. Appreciate you. Crazy Cat Lady. Oh, there you are, girl. Could Ambi edit for other creators? A reactor. No. Who? I don't know. I mean, I guess she could definitely make herself available in that position. I don't know who would hire her. So maybe. Yeah. Would you like to edit for a reaction channel? Imagine though, seriously. Imagine if Amber put her resume, because there's like websites you can go to and you can put all your qualifications. If like you edit videos, you make graphics, make thumbnails, and then people can go and like go through profiles and pick people and hire them, put how much you want to charge or whatever. Could you imagine if she seriously did that though? And that's probably what you're saying. And then one of the reactors was like, I need your services. And they sent a video of them reacting like some of her own content that she took off of the platform. And then she had to sit there and edit her content. Somebody else react. That would, you know what? You're on to something there. I'm not even mad at it. Thank you for the super chat, hun. La La Landing says fart in the jar. Yeah, that's a thing. Look, there are websites out there. I've never seen these websites. I've only heard of people talking about it. So I could be talking out of my asshole here, okay? But according to the community, there is like a website out there where you can buy farts in a jar. You can buy like dirty panties. You can buy any like smelly socks or something. Like, I don't know. There's weirdos out there. I don't know why you're shocked by that, but it's a total thing. At least I think. Thank you for the support, hun. Hello, love birdie. I've been working double shifters August so she can miss me. Feeling bad for her. Girl, I feel for you. And thank you for the support, hun. Yeah, Amber, nobody cares. You got people out here pulling double shifts, working 12 hours, 16 hours, 7 days a week. Nobody wants to hear you cry because you've lost your YouTube monetization. And that goes for anybody out there doing YouTube. Like, don't come online and cry because your job that you're even grateful to have in the first place, for whatever reason, isn't there anymore. Figure it out. Figure it out. That's what it is. Whatever, Maui. Hey, dorky shit stain. I sent my Christmas card today. I hope you get it. Okay. I'll be looking for it. I haven't checked the P.O. box, but I'll do that. It's just right across the street. So no biggie this time. But thank you for the support, honey. Good to see you. How's she gonna fart in jars? She can't reach back there. Her manager, her girlfriend manager, Tommy, she can get back there for her. I'm sure she would enjoy every single minute of that sick fuck. Anywho, hey, Gorlick. 90 days isn't the end of the world. Ask me how I know. I was able to move over to my own site, and this community supported me instantly. Exactly. How many complaints did we hear from Gorlick, who recently lost their monetization? And like a fucking boss, went over to his own website, created a place for his community to go until he was able to get remonetized on YouTube. That is how it's done. Take notes for anybody who's going through that kind of struggle. I'm telling you, you don't know what an actual blessing it is. And I'm telling you, it would suck to get demonetized. I'm not going to sit here and argue that point. It would suck bad. But being demonetized over being terminated would be the one that you would want to happen. If you had to pick between the two, and you know what? YouTube could have just terminated her channel with how much content, feeder content that she had on there. They could have just been like, you're out of here. This content altogether, it breaks terms of service. We're just going to terminate the entire channel. We're not going to let you be demonetized, give you an opportunity to reapply in 90 days. We don't want you on our platform whatsoever. And then 257,000 subscribers gone. Just like that. There ain't no waiting 90 days and reapplying to get your channel back. None of that. So if you had to pick between being demonetized or being terminated, you're going to want to pick the demonetization. So Amber, you might want to just knock it the fuck off talking about how you're leaving YouTube when they can still circle back around and completely terminate your channel. Be grateful. Thus far, that hasn't happened. And I don't think you got enough shit private on your channel. You might want to just wipe out the whole thing. Just wipe it out, start over, get rid of the feeder content altogether. Hello, Buddhisty. TikTok uses PayPal. She's banned from PayPal because of the earrings incident. You motherfuckers know more than I do. Twitch uses PayPal as a payout method too. Holy shit. So okay. So what about Patreon, right? Listen, instead of asking for people to give you money directly, Cash App, Venmo, whatever she's not banned on thus far, Patreon. Hell, I hear that there's Crumble still out there going. Have you thought of any of these other platforms, Amber, that you're not banned from? I can't believe. I think Zachary Michael says you can still do Twitch without PayPal. I don't know. I've never been monetized on Twitch, so I'm really unfamiliar. But again, instead of just asking, Patreon booted you in 14 days. That's crazy. OnlyFans it is. There you go. And listen, here, I'll go ahead and sign up too. I mean, if it's not too crazy, I'd probably be willing to pay like $49.99, something like that. I'm just saying, girl, I'll be there for your content. Go out and do a dance, Amber. Earn that money, honey. Exactly. But thank you for the support, hun. Seattle Sapphire says, we have to face facts. Cows are expired and we need to welcome in new cows. A few cows have been auditioning for a while. Cutie TikTok. You're not wrong. I can't disagree with you. Unwatched Fupa says she does not want to put in the effort. She'd rather beg like Cutie. That's so wild. That's so crazy. Be your little victim and beg for money. Seattle Sapphire, thank you for the super chat, hun. What was the incident? I missed it, Ash. Mrs. Fluffykins, don't forget she is so much better than us. Obviously. Thank you for the super chat, hun. Even Milky pivoted to Amber. Oh, you talking about because of Chantel's boring, ridiculous, slobbering content? I don't blame anybody. I mean, listen, I guess it's worth to set through it just to show the people like what the position of Chantel is right now. I'll hear it's not good. I'll leave it at that. It is not good. It is really bad. This content that Chantel is putting out right now is worse. You know how we used to complain about the Syria content? This stuff's so bad. It's so boring. It's worse than the Syrian content. I cannot believe those words even left my mouth, but it's true. It's so bad. Hey, morning person. Bertha Boyle says, happy Thanksgiving. And no, I'm thankful for everyone here. Aw, we can have a good time without the girls. There are others to find. That's true, Bertha Boyle. That is very true. And thank you so much for the support, hun. Liz says there's a fire starting in our hearts, reaching a fever pitch that brings her out of the dark. Finally, they see her crystal clear. Go ahead and sell her out. We'll lay here her shit bare. Holy shit. All right, Liz. That was fitting. Very fitting, girl. And thank you for the support. Good to see you. Plenty of fats in the pasture. Can you imagine if we're forced to talk about like skinny people? Are you guys going to be okay with that? Like, who's going to stick around if we're forced to talk about the skinnies? Like the skinny, unhinged people? Like, obviously, they're out there somewhere. I don't watch well, every so often. I'll tune into a skinny train wreck, but they don't hit the same. A skinny train wreck definitely does not hit the same. I know, not skinny people, right? It makes me itch. Ugh. Lottie Da says, people will say this fundraiser is out of spite, but you didn't need to do this for just saying. Much love and respect. Lottie Da, thank you so much for saying that. I don't care what the people say. It's not about what people say. It's not to stick it to anybody. It's to help somebody out when they're going through a hard time. And that's exactly what we're going to do. And thank you so much for the super chat. Hello, Paul. Hey, come on, Mom. Get to the video. The people are waiting. My Sassy Bear says in Twitter messages, I sent you some info on ways that Amber and Chantel could have been making additional income. Listen, I'll check that out. But I know there are a lot of ways that they could have made additional income. And like people are saying in chat, it just comes down to they're lazy and they can't be bothered. And this is what's worked for them. They've been rewarded for making lazy, bare minimum content for all these years. So when somebody takes that away, the opportunity for them to continue to make money doing lazy content, then you have a crash out like we've seen with Amber. So I'll check it out though, hun. Thank you for the support. All right. You want to say hello to the people? There he is. Paul. Oh, you little boy. Is that what you wanted? You wanted some cuddles? Now I'm going to have Paul hair all over me and probably in my mouth. Ugh. Liz says, also karma. 2025, we need mugs now. Oh, yeah. Here, a new updated picture. You remember my pinned post? It was me and Paul. Are you wanting to get out of now? Do you want to get down? You're done? There he is. Tell us the date that BBJ died, okay? Thank you for confirming that BBJ died. Now we need the date of when BBJ died so we can give her a proper send-off. Fuck you, dirtneck. All right, Paul. Thank you for that. Very well said, Paul. We appreciate that. Oh, God. All right. Anyways. He said, bye, bitch. He did. He's such a good boy. Let me see here. I got behind. Words are spells. I'm telling you, you got to be careful what you put out into the universe, man. She must have gotten fired from the typing factory. Can you imagine? I'm dead. Leaky legs. Okay, I got really fucking behind. The Guppy says, I wonder how Aunt Tammy is this morning. I wonder what she has to say, Guppy. Thank you for the super chat, hun. Font Leroy says, pro tip for the girls, just for some fun time, not trying to completely fucking up your life. It really works. Hope this helped. Just for the girls, just for some fun sometimes. Try not to completely fuck up your life. It really works. Hope this helps. That took me a minute, Fauntleroy. Holy shit. Thank you for the super chat, hun. Yeah, here. You want some good advice, guys? Just don't fuck your life up. It's really not that complicated. Krabby Joe says there's a lady at my local Wendy's who works the drive-thru in a chair because she's so damn big. That poor woman. Well, you know what, though? At least she's going out and she's doing the damn thing. She's employed. You know, she needs a chair to make it happen. I guess she's going to pay her bills one way or another. So there's that, Krabby Joe. Thank you for the super chat. Bless her heart, man. Dinosaur Time Machine says, I hate that Amber makes it seem like YouTube is her boss. She pays YouTube for the privilege of making money. You play by their rules. Exactly. And that's how it works, hon. Thank you for the super chat. Good to see you. Set the jar on the bathroom counter. We're still talking about the fart in the jar shit. I Am Cat Lady says, will Wasabi or Romeo suddenly disappear? Did you guys hear her talk about now she all of a sudden Twinkie Star needs a surgery? Well, it's a good thing that more than likely you'll be able to set that on some kind of payment arrangement system, Amber. Don't be coming on here exploiting your dog needing surgery so you can get some coin because you weren't responsible with your money. You better not even try to pull that shit. Is this the first that we've heard of the surgery when it comes to Twinkie Star? Is when she loses monetization and she's asking people for money? I'm Cat Lady. Thank you for the support, hun. So Amber tells us that Tommy, Emily, Colleen, yum content is probably looking really good to make up for some of the income you're missing out on now, huh? Yeah, Emily's got her. Emily is her girlfriend manager. Don't come crying to us. Call your girl up, okay? She can take care of you. Liz, thank you for the super chat. Oh, Leaky Legs, Lego liquidation outlet. Literally low prices. That was a fucking banger, 2-inch energy. Thank you for the super chat, hun. You like that I use Twinkie's full government name? Mm-hmm. That's right, Bertha Boyle. We wouldn't want it any other way. And thank you for the support, hun. Also, Yaba, that was Rolling in the Deep by Adele. I referenced only to Made It Fit Amber's situation. It's a banger song and one of her first ones. Well, thank you for that. I've heard a few of the Adele songs. Whichever ones come on the radio, I'm sure I've heard, but I don't listen outside of that. Sorry. Thank you for the support, hun. Really, Billy says, I just want to see what ALR would look like 200 pounds. Oh, you want to see what she would look like weighing 200 pounds? Really, Billy? I don't know that we'll ever get that opportunity. Amber's just going to start eating cheap. I don't want anybody out there to get it in their head that she's actually going to lose any kind of weight. Let me tell you something. You can maintain mass being poor. There are plenty of poor death fats. We've seen My 600-Pound Life. More than likely, if you were a contestant on the My 600-Pound Life TV show, you're poor. The majority of them are poor. You eat a bunch of bread that don't cost shit, ramen noodles, pancakes. There's just a way to maintain mass being really poor, and she will figure it out. Again, if there's a will, there is a way. Thank you for the support, hun. But as he says, I switched sites because OnlyFans is not bumping like it used to. She probably won't do well there either. Okay, so there's a new, you know what? That's great. But is he? Thank you for the support. I was going to say there's a new site, but I want people to think I'm asking for it. But okay, I'll take your word for it. Langley says, as my first mother-in-law would say about people, Chantel, she is so lazy, dead lice won't fall off of her. Oh my God, I've never heard that, Langley, and that's a fucking banger. Can we please not talk about lice, okay? My God, could you imagine? I think about you know how often I have to check my kid's head to make sure she ain't got the lice. Let's not have that conversation. Langley, thank you for the support. He needs a meat stick. You're right. That's probably what he wants. Babe, get Paul a meat stick. Paul holds his meat stick. It's so cute when you give him one, like he's a fucking raccoon or something. He holds it with his two little paws in his hands. He's so cute, man. Hi, Paul. My Casey was like, hey, daddy. Aw. They're just babies. My sassy bear says Paul looks like he has a toupee. Yeah, we call it his helmet. It's Paul's helmet. Sue Ellen says Twitch won't be for her. She needs to stream 30 hours minimum a month. A schedule, have certain engagement in chat following to even get monetized. You need trusted mods. There are a lot of trolls and bots. Yeah, I feel like Twitch is a lot more complicated than the YouTube. Takes a lot more effort, a lot more work. That's more for, correct me if I'm wrong, like the younger people, the younger generation, the gamers, like the, what's dude's name? You know, all the popular people who do their podcasts, they're over on the Twitch. You don't hear about them streaming on YouTube. I always thought that was weird, but I guess that's just where, I don't know, that's where it's happening for the younger crowd. There's Paul's hair on my microphone. Amber is asking for money on Venmo now. Yeah, I've seen that. Sue Ellen, thank you for the support. Unknown Poster says, Doctor Now officially retired. End of an era. I seen that. Oh my God. Thank you, Doctor Now, for all of the entertainment that you have brought us throughout the years. How long was the show on the TLC network? Does anybody know? Was it like 15, 20 years? I feel like they've been there forever. They multi-stream? Yes. Okay. Yeah, you're probably right about that. Unknown Poster, thank you for the support. Mignette says, I watched some of Pulpy's stream and all I could focus on was Ambi's lopsided boobs. I'm horrible. Mignette, will you have your second opportunity to try to listen to what she's saying, okay? No more looking at the boobs. They need to establish things independently and prevent dependence on networks. I agree with that, Gorlick, for sure. Dr. Now kept shrinking until he was only 3 feet in height. At that point, it just wasn't realistic for him to keep working. I'm dead. Diversify if social media is your job. Yes. And I mean, listen, you never know. Like, even it doesn't matter what kind of work you're doing. If you are working for yourself, if you are self-employed, anything could go wrong. Okay. You could be out here working at, I don't know, a lawn care company, a pressure washer company, whatever it may be. Okay. Maybe you're selling like t-shirts or something. You never know what kind of rules could change. Like a lot of people depend on certain sites like eBay and Amazon, competition, and it goes for anything. You always have to have a backup plan. Never put all of your eggs into one basket. Okay. Bertha Boyle says, Amber, you could have stuck with the jab and be like me and trying to stop losing weight. Size 6 is now too big. Can pull them down without undoing them. Look at you go, girl. Amby, could been you for free. Damn, Bertha. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Congratulations and thank you for the super chat, hun. Liz says there's a new site or it's known due to controversy and who caters to it. Won't say what it is. It's been in the news. Wouldn't doubt if Chantel or ALR went to it as clientele. I said what I said. That's interesting. Okay, now I'm curious. I'll figure it out though. Thank you for the support, hun. Did I get caught up? I think I did. Awesome. There we go. Amber never even made it to 1 milligram on the jab. That's pretty fucking pathetic. Seriously. Hey, Delaware Pearl. Here I am looking at the $6 Dollar Tree wreaths. Worked my ass off for 42 years, and this bitch wasted $3 million. Dude, that's pretty fucking depressing to know that she made that kind of money. So, again, it's kind of like the Chantel situation. People keep saying, when's she going to get her karma? When's she going to get her karma? Like, even if she gets remonetized, guys, like, you got to understand, people like Amber, people like Chantel, they're living their karma. How in the hell do you make that sum of money and you have absolutely, the woman doesn't even have a car, okay? No house, no car. She's got what? Journals, earrings, I guess lots and lots of takeout and absolutely nothing to show for it. That's the kind, and that shit's about to be sold. Like, did you hear what she said? She's about to sell her belongings. So I would imagine she's probably going to liquidate her closet. Oh, Legos. Thank you. Candles, Legos. And listen, if people want to spend their money on their hobbies and candles and Legos, that's great. But she goes all in. She goes all in because she has disposable income. And she really doesn't have disposable income. She just makes it that way. For most people, they would put that disposable income towards something, towards some kind of investment, towards a car, towards a house, something. And her, she just went crazy if there was something that she liked, like Legos or candles. Instead of just buying like one set, she has to buy all the sets. Then she has to buy all the candles and then enter in her partners. And that's how she kept control of all these relationships for the most part. Not all, but most, right? Was because of money. Oh, let's be together. Oh, you quit your job and I'll take care of you. So she's buying people with their money. She's buying relationships. And now where are those people? Where are those people, Amberlynn? Are they going to come and save you and help you out and give you a place to stay when you have no place to go? Toward halls? Yeah, $15. I can't, dude. I cannot ever justify having food delivered to us. And I could never justify having a drink, a $2, used to be $1. It ain't that price anymore. A $2 Diet Coke delivered to your front door. And now you've lost your job basically. Like, she's unemployed for right now, right? She's unemployed. I bet you think about that $15 Coke you had delivered to your apartment and you probably regret that. I would definitely regret that $15 delivery. I'm a cheap motherfucker. Delaware Pearl, thank you so much for the support. Okay, let's get into it, guys. This video is like an hour long, and I want to make sure that we get through all of it. She's titled it End of an Era. Amberlynn Reid. Wow, 71,000 views, and she's not going to see $1 of that money. That is a hard pill to swallow. I'm not going to lie. 71,000 views on her most recent upload, and she will see nothing from that. Not $1. That's insanity. It's got a 1,000 thumbs up. And let's see how many comments. She's still got her Cash App listed in the description. 1,943 comments. The more engagement you have on your video, the more money you make. That is true. Okay. The more views, the more thumbs, the more comments, you make more money. And the fact that she has 71,000 views and almost 2,000 comments, this would have been a big video for her. It would have been a big video for her. That's crazy. My job was eliminated more than 6 months ago, and I've lived off my savings and investments since then. And I sure never made Amberlynn money. She has no excuse. No, she really doesn't. And here's the thing, though. She's in a position to where, well, she should have some kind of savings somewhere to get her through at least a bare minimum of a couple of months, and then try to build a platform somewhere else, like Gorlick was saying, like Gorlick did, until she gets remonetized. It's not like she doesn't have anything. I don't think that Amber has any kind of credit card debt, obviously not paying for a car note. It's just probably the apartment, I think. I don't know for sure. Maybe she also is in credit card debt. Who knows? My point is that she should be able to figure out something to make money, to be able to pay her bills until she gets her monetization back. That's crazy. Anyways, let's get into it. Oh, you want to read the comments? Oh, that's going to be a lot. I want to watch the video if we have some time, and I don't think we're going to because I got to get some stuff done. But we might circle it back around one day and go through her comment section for sure.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh my God, Spotlights, I don't have that one. Here, I'll give you one better, okay? And thank you for the support. How about this? I hope this will fill your need for a denied soundbite, and I'll bring that one back. Here you go.
Right before Christmas, bitch.
It's the equivalent of denied, right? Thank you for the support, hon. I appreciate you. Grammy Gray says, right before Christmas, bitch. Exactly.
Right before Christmas, bitch.
And again, listen, I'm not one of the people out here celebrating. I just think, I don't know. For me, it's whatever. Like, Amber, if you, I don't know. Yeah, right before Christmas, bitch. I'll leave it at that. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead. Let me shut up.
Press 1 if you can hear me. Okay. Hi, guys. Oh my God.
Thank you, babe.
Has it always been like this? To where it's at and then like the username, it's not like your actual name? How crazy. Someone said 6'7". Oh God. I can't with that. I'm just waiting for more people to come in. How are you guys doing though?
TTC, is it your birthday, hun? Happy birthday to you and congratulations on making it another year. Fondue. Listen, when Amber first lost her monetization and she played it cool, I really thought that she was just going to handle all of this behind the scenes. Because the thing is with like people like Amber and Chantel is that people are looking, especially with Chantel, like we're waiting for you to come online and break down and cry and give us a whole fucking show, right? But with Amber, I always expected that she was going to do this a little bit different because she's given her haters what they want, obviously, which is for her to get online and grovel and cry and talk about how bad her life is now that she's lost her YouTube monetization. I really didn't think she was going to do that. So when she did, I was like, oh God, no. What are you doing, girl? Log off. I mean, no, keep going, but log off. What are you doing? The Ann babies will put a check in the mail. Oh God.
I'm feeling a little nervous. I really don't want to cry in this live stream, but you know what? I might. I've been having people tell me, like, be transparent. Baby,
Yes.
be transparent.
3 months.
And sorry, hold on. I have a cat who likes to play with my earrings, which is fine and dandy. They're broke. That's why I'm not wearing them, by the way. So it's hard for me to be transparent on YouTube. That's been very obvious for me for a very long time. That immediately when I turn on a camera or I go live stream or whatever it may be, I kind of like turn into this robotic version of myself. And it comes natural. Genuinely, it comes natural. I instantly know exactly it's not even that I know exactly, it's just my body knows exactly how to act because I have such a wall up. Say you have a friendship, say you are in a relationship, say you are, it's a cousin, it's an uncle, it doesn't matter. There's a coworker, there's someone in your life that used to bring you joy.
The Chanel Cupcake says she's been on YouTube for years and has no savings. Sell your leg pictures, Amber. And I can't disagree with that. Like, if you're desperate and you need money because you got to pay bills because you were irresponsible, sell the pictures of your legs. Autograph them. I probably would buy one. Just saying. Chanel Cupcake, thank you for the support.
But then every time you were around them, they would nitpick the way you spoke, what you looked like. You weren't crying enough, you were crying too much. You weren't eating enough, you're eating too much. You're not supposed to be doing that. Actually, every traumatic thing that you tell me is actually a lie. Oh, you're fat. Oh, you're gross. Oh, you don't shower. Oh, eventually the way you are around them is not going to be how you once were. I've had a lot of people.
But this doesn't make any sense. I understand where you're going with this, and Amber, and I understand that the point that you're trying to make, but it's very bad. And you can't compare the things. Like, you comparing going around your family, and every time you go around your family, they're nitpicking you. So you act different when you go around your family. And so you're trying to compare that to going online and people nitpicking you, when you're open and you're being very transparent about your life. So you change who you are. Well, the difference is that's how you were making a living, was going online and being transparent about your life. Being a train wreck on YouTube is how you were able to maintain this life for 10 plus years. So with that being said, we want a bonus postcard. Hell yeah. It's not the same. Like, I don't know if you're listening to yourself, but there's no comparison to the two. Not even one.
Say that I'm not the same person I was when I first started YouTube. And that's the truth. I can handle a lot. A lot of people are like, Amberlynn, you wouldn't be able to join the LCU because all the hate you get. I would get less hate there than I would here. I know I have support. I know there are people.
What's your theory as to why Foodie seems unaffected? Are you mean as far as her monetization, Grandpa Joe? We're going to talk about the monetization when she brings it up. I have my own theory as far as why Amberlynn got demonetized. And I don't think it was because she was mass reported. I think people listen. People mass report people every day. Rarely does that work. When you start mass reporting people, for the most part, I feel like that's when YouTube really starts ignoring it the most. I mean, how many times, think about, as a community, hey, Bunny, do you think that Chantal has done something that has outraged the community? And just to sauce the shit alone. And I feel like there was something else. Was it the Bruce Lee thing? And people were posting that they report, and YouTube did nothing. The mass reporting did nothing. I feel like mass reporting rarely works. I think she triggered the the bots in YouTube with the way that she's been handling her YouTube content lately. And she talks about like the numbers, how she's basically tanked her YouTube channel. So when you have a channel that's making all this money, right? And they're uploading all this content, then all of a sudden things start changing. Especially as far as income and views are concerned, you yourself are setting off your own trigger. So I think somehow she got caught up into that and she got flagged in the system. I don't necessarily believe that it was mass reporting because I don't think that mass reporting works, because if it did, people like Chantel, people like Amberlynn would be completely terminated off of the platform. I think she did that. And then so when she got triggered into the system, into like some kind of like bot review or whatever, and then those new YouTube rules came along, I think the two went together and that's how she got herself in trouble. I really do, because nothing else makes sense to me. What is Earth right now says, when you have the ability to have a savings and you have blown your money, it's crazy work. She hasn't lived paycheck to paycheck in her adult life. Wild. It is very wild. It is very wild. And honestly, again, I'm going to say that she got me, because I thought she would be able to survive for 3 months without a YouTube paycheck. I really did. But nope, I don't think so. Thank you for the super chat, hun. She made well over 6 figures in her time on here. She has no kids, doesn't drive, doesn't own anything. I don't know what the hell she spent her money on. Food. When you eat out multiple times a day, Chloe, and not only is she eating out multiple times a day, okay, so the amount of food that she gets per meal is for multiple people, okay? And she's having that delivered to her house. That adds up. Like the amount of money that she spent on DoorDash alone, I would love to see it. I would love to see it. It sounds crazy, but I bet it's true. I think she has some savings, but grifting. I think so too, Count Cracula. I don't think that she's broke, but I think, yeah, like you said, that she's trying to avoid touching her savings, or maybe she doesn't have one at all. I really don't know. Didn't budget like she should have. Hello, Life with Ron. Thank you for the super sticker, hon. I appreciate you. That's absolutely insane, but I believe it. Yeah.
People who genuinely care, who genuinely like me, who genuinely see me for who I am. I know that.
That's actually a fantastic idea. I'm not even lying. Pulpy had a great idea that she should self-publish her journals. But again, too lazy. And not, could you imagine if Amber put in the work and she put together her journals and then sold them? People would buy that shit. They would, but she can't be bothered. She cannot be bothered to do none of this shit. She probably spends $150 a day on door dashing. I believe so too, for sure.
But reaction channels have created an environment, a safe space, a community to literally breed and feed off of hating me. And this has led to a lot of bad things in my life. A lot. Genuinely. And I have gotten through it every single time.
Oh,
I was able to get through it.
Babe.
I always told myself that no matter what happens, I can get through it. And I was right. And I was right. I always did.
Sorry, ma'am. Are you trying to make yourself a victim right now? Do you realize that the reason that your channel got demonetized was because you broke terms of service? Not reaction channels, Amberlynn Reid. You were basically putting out feeder content on YouTube's platform, and they don't want to be held responsible for the content that you put out on their platform legally. So you did that to yourself, not anybody else, not the reaction channels, not the haters, not the people in the forums, not the commenters. Amberlynn Reid did that. And you're sitting here and you're playing victim. That's crazy. Sue Ellen said, people who genuinely see me, dude, you are the size of a car. Who doesn't see you? That was a banger, Sue Ellen, and thank you for the super chat. People literally have real problems.
I put myself through all of this because it was my job. It was my passion. I love YouTube. I love making content. I love talking to you guys. I love talking. I don't know if it's, I just like to hear myself talk. I don't know what it is. Like, why is anyone on YouTube? We enjoy this type of job. We enjoy talking about ourselves, whether it's narcissistic or whatever it may be. Or maybe it's just a little girl inside of me. No one ever listened to me as a kid, as a teenager. And then finally thousands of people wanted to listen to me. Like, whatever your reason is for watching me, you've watched me. And I've been on YouTube for 13 years. 13. And I have had some major ebbs and flows on YouTube, for sure. And I've tried my very hardest to share my journey, but do it the right way. I have not uploaded an actual video in like half of a year. I've done just live stream.
And I think that's part of the problem. I definitely think that you triggered the YouTube. I can't remember how Lindsay described it that one day, because she's went through demonetization too. And so has Gorlick. And like I said, I don't think that either of those channels were because they got mass reported. I think somehow it was some kind of, like, every so often you will hear about random channels. And I feel like from my experience and seeing people who have gotten demonetized, it's usually smaller channels. This is the first larger channel that I've ever seen lose their monetization. And I could be wrong about that. Maybe it was, I do think it had to do with the new rules that she broke, but I just think that it was the way her content shifted that she triggered something in the system. And I know that sounds crazy, but I really believe that, because you look at people like Hungry Fat Chick. I'm pretty sure Hungry Fat Chick is still monetized. Foodie Beauty is still monetized. Did she have some videos removed? She did, right? But she didn't lose her monetization. So I'm wondering, I really do wonder, because all these other channels are just having videos removed. There's even been reaction channels who have had videos removed. I had a few removed myself. That's why I made all my shit private. But I think it will catch up with others in time. Yeah, not to say that it won't happen. We'll have to wait and see. Now, if we don't see other channels lose their monetization and they're leaving their shit up, like Hungry Fat Chick, like Foodie Beauty, and I'm sure hundreds more out there who have content, eating disorder type of content on their channel, I'm curious to see what happens, because if they don't lose their monetization, if they don't lose their channel, then my theory is right, that she did this to herself by the way that she changed her content, the way that she was uploading, and getting all these views. And then she went to live streams and basically tanked her channel. You think she's down to 300 videos now? I don't know why she just doesn't make everything private. There's no way that you should take a chance like that. Like, if you were having videos taken down, why would you take a chance? I guess she could leave up her hauls. Duncan says, help, my eyes rolled back too far. They're stuck. Duncan, thank you for the support, hun. Girl, us too. Hey, babe. Are you getting the babies ready? Are they leaving? Oh my God, bring them over here. Let me tell them bye. Hold on, the babies are going to the vet. Sam's taking them. Are you sure you're going to be okay taking both of them? Yeah. Are you guys going to be good for your mom? Oh my God, they're so excited. They've been so worked up since we've had their car seats out, and they know they're going bye-bye. Okay, you be good, okay? You go get your shot. You're going to go get jabbed up. Be a good girl, okay? Especially you, Harlow. I know you're going to be a good boy, Jackie. Aw. Take pictures, okay? All right. Bye, babe. You have any problems, let me know. Are you sure you're going to be able to lift them into the car seat? You need me to come put them in? You got it? You sure? I know it's my Frosty shirt. Thank you. I love it so much. Be careful. Love you. Oh, yes. I wonder if responsible weight loss channels will be affected. That's what I'm saying, Ami. Because do we know of anybody else that got hit the way that Amber got hit? And like I said, I know people have had videos removed, right? But Amber's the only person that I know of thus far, unless you all are reporting differently, that has lost their monetization. I don't think so. So again, we'll wait. We'll see what happens. Foodies obviously got plenty of content on her channel. Hungry Fat Chick has plenty of eating content on her channel. Fill in the blank. Plenty of channels. Oh, Tammy Lemon. She lost her monetization too. And she's a bigger channel, right? Hungry Fat Chick lost her monetization. She has no join button anymore. Oh, really? Okay, no. Somebody in chat says Hungry Fat Chick still has super thanks. I didn't know that Hungry Fat Chick had memberships. That's interesting. Okay, anyways, we'll figure it out. We'll investigate more.
I have not talked about EDs. I have not really talked about my weight. I have not done anything like that. That's what my channel was for the longest time, though. It was genuinely all of that type of stuff. But that was years ago. Mukbang, who is she? I haven't filmed one of those since I was with Feline.
Okay, Art says memberships have to be turned on and they can be turned off. Yes, that's true. Okay, Fauntleroy has confirmed that Hungry Fat Chick still has super thanks. If Hungry Fat Chick still has super thanks, that means that she's still monetized. Hungry Fat Chick will make her money elsewhere. No worries. You ain't wrong about that one, Krabby Joe. Bunny says Amber ran her mouth that YouTube hurt her mental health and that she has, you know what? She did this to herself. Yes, Bertha Boyle. Exactly. Agreed. And thank you for the support, hun. Her and Chantel both have a habit of talking about their you know what on the YouTube platform. Sassy Cat says Girly Pop has left the building. She sure has. She left her purse behind too. I shouldn't say that. Sassy Cat, thank you for the support, hun. Chantel wants to be careful with the recent content. Yeah, with her being that high and slobbering, whatever.
And then I got mass reported hard. Like it was crazy. I'm confused. I'm confused about, say you're driving, right? And you're driving on a road that goes.
Listen to this shit. Listen to what she says. It's so ridiculous. Garlic said that she'd be fine because she still has super chats, but she's not monetized. I didn't understand that. No. I'm almost 99.9% sure that if you have super thanks, if you have super chats, then you're monetized. It's the same thing. When you lose monetization, like when Amber lost her monetization in her live chats, there's no $sign. There's no option to super chat whatsoever. Anyways, listen to what she's about to say.
Goes 60 miles per hour. And then they realize, actually, no, I think this road should be 45. So you're going down it 45. And then a cop pulls you over. And they're like, last month you were going 60 down this, so I'm going to give you a ticket. And you're like, but wait a minute. I was allowed to then, though. Like, I was allowed to. That's what it feels like to me. That's what it genuinely feels like to me. I'm being punished for things that I posted years ago. And that's okay. I am going to obviously gracefully accept YouTube's decision.
I don't know if I would call that what you're doing right now. Just saying.
But I've been on here for 13 years. This has been my job for 13 years. This has been my constant for 13 years. I have been so beyond, for the lack of a better term, blessed. I'm grateful. But everything happens for a reason.
And that's kind of like been my question for people like Amber and people like Chantel, their personalities, their channels. What was ever the plan? Most people who come on YouTube and they find some kind of success, whether it be at a smaller level or a bigger level, I feel like they think outside of YouTube. Like they're like, okay, So, or what else to add to YouTube just in case, or, like they think about when YouTube is no more, or they think about what if YouTube shuts down? Like anything can happen, right? At some point, if you're a creator and you're making some kind of monetization on YouTube, you're going to be thinking outside of YouTube just in case. And I've always wondered if these thoughts, and I know there's not a whole lot going on in either one of these girls' brains other than food, but I wonder if they've ever even considered, other than, I guess, Cameo would be another way for them to make money, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about like what they're going to do for a living if there was no more YouTube. Does it ever cross their mind? Are they just taking and rolling the dice? And when that day comes, they will worry about it then. And this is exactly what we're seeing. Amber said for 13 years, she probably is like, yeah, if it happens, I'll worry about it then. Or maybe she never even considered that YouTube would shut down, or she would lose monetization, or her channel would get completely terminated. And that is just a crazy, crazy, insane way to think, especially if it's the only thing that you got going for you. You think she's been gambling? That's a good theory for sure.
Everything. Life is genuinely about yin yang. Good things happen and bad things. Positive things happen and negative things. And that's always how it will be. Always. It's like a part of me regrets sharing my journey as someone who struggles, just genuinely struggles.
Don't regret sharing your journey. That's what put money in your pocket for all of these years. You absolutely do not regret that. Or you wouldn't be crying over the fact that it's being taken away from you right now.
Human.
Her journey she's speaking of is her train wreck of a life. That's it.
It's like I'm too afraid to say anything because as we speak, YouTube.
Then get off the fucking platform, because that's what people are here for. They're here for you to spill it all, for you to make an ass out of yourself, for you to be a train wreck on YouTube. That's why you have watchers. That's why you have eyes on you. Outside of that, people don't give a shit. They don't want to see you sitting down in your chair conversating with the chat. That's not going to do it for anybody, Amber. So if you don't want to share your journey anymore, you don't want to share your life, you don't want to be vulnerable, you don't want to be transparent, then bye, girl. Goodbye.
It was changing a lot. But it's like, at the time, I genuinely thought I was doing what was right. I was just sharing my thoughts, my life, my struggles. Whether I was wrong or right or this or that, like, I never intentionally meant to do something I wasn't supposed to. Jeez.
Is this like, are you reenacting the 8-minute video or a 5-minute video that you had to send in to appeal to YouTube to get your monetization back? I'm just curious. I'm pretty sure this is a repeat of the video that she submitted to YouTube for her, for them to give her her monetization back.
Oh, sorry. I literally did my makeup so I could do cameos. Thankfully, I did them already because my makeup's getting messed up. Speaking of cameo, not me putting an ad in the middle of a freaking breakdown, me truly being 100% vulnerable in this moment. But I'll explain why I'm putting these ads in. But my cameo is 40% off. So I have an old thing that's linked that MyFitnessPal down at the bottom, Laced in Honey. That's old. So ignore that. I don't go on there, nothing like that. So, but down below you can see my cameo link. It is 40% off. And I have made a Cash App as well. And that is
this is what you could think of for extra income, was Cameo and posting your Cash App.
because I am currently in a stage of life where YouTube is no longer my job.
Her chat is on fire. Are you all watching? the chat over here. I mean, I know you probably can't see what it says, but just look how absolutely the laughing emojis, broke, get help, get a job. Girl, I don't believe a word that you say. Somebody else told her to get a job. Like, no more DoorDash budget. They are going off on her.
YouTube demonized me. Sorry, I really did think that was funny because everyone was talking about demonetized. And
Dude, you could have turned this whole fucking show around. You could have really did the damn thing. You could have really lost the weight. You were actually going, wasn't she going to the meetings so she could have the weight loss surgery? Wasn't she doing that and she decided like at the last minute she didn't want to do it? It was for weight loss surgery, right? It wasn't for the jab. Like she was actually considering, so much so that she was taking the first steps, I believe, where you go to the meetings and do your counseling or whatever in order to get approved for the weight loss surgery. Like you really could have did good things with your channels. You could have really given the people something that they wanted to see. They want to see a train wreck, somebody who's 600 pounds actually go through and get the weight loss surgery and see what happens after that. You couldn't be bothered. Things could be completely different. You could be down 200 to 300 pounds if you would have went through when you said, when was that? What year was that? Bertha Boyle says, for someone that thinks she's only one to have a rough childhood, she sure never learned a thing. That's true. Most of us learn to stretch a dollar and dig deep when needed. Girl, facts. Exactly. You're going to make it work. And you ain't going to come online crying for sympathy because you know everybody else out there is struggling too. Yep. Thank you for the support, hun. Brunette says, Cal, I'm trying to stare at online wifey. Brunette, thank you for the support, honey. Good to see you, girl. She's afraid to take medication. That's all dramatics. That's all fake. That's all bullshit. Complete, utter bullshit. Lights Out says, I love the fact that it's becoming harder to make a living by making a fool of yourself online. Come for the family vloggers next, YouTube. Ooh, oh shit. Is that still a thing? Are people still filming their life with their families on YouTube? Lights Out, thank you for the support, hun. If everyone sent her a penny, that's true. When did she go to that? 22, 23? So you could be down 200, 300 pounds at this point, and look at you. Lost monetization. Gonna have a hard time feeding the mass that you've created, Amberlynn.
This random person put demonized and it made me laugh. In the fit of an actual storm inside of me, I thought it was funny and I don't know why. I don't know why a lot of things are funny. I don't know why. It just was. Okay. So I was demonetized because I was mass reported hardcore.
No. See, that's the problem. Did you tell YouTube that? Did you sit down in your 8-minute video to appeal your demonetization? Did you say, YouTube, this is my appeal video, and I would like to tell you that I was only demonetized because I was mass reported. The end. And then she sent it over, and she waited and waited and waited, and YouTube said, you obviously don't even understand why you were demonetized, so we're not taking it back. Try again in 90 days. You still are not holding yourself accountable that you were the reason you got demonetized, Amber. Even if people did mass report you, they mass reported content that's against TOS. So you did that. You're responsible for that. You talked about your disorders on their platform where they don't allow that anymore.
Like hardcore. And I was getting screenshots from forums and Facebooks, this and that, and the subreddits and the this and the that, where people were celebrating reporting me. So it became a
Liz, I think that's the entire community having a hard time looking for my sympathy bone. Thank you for the super chat, girl.
It became a I don't know, a hobby for some people. It became a let's take Amberlynn down type of thing. And so I became demonetized. And I appealed it, obviously.
Vintage Seeker says, I remember a blog years ago about how she bragged about her budget and how she saved money because YouTube could stop at any time. What do you think happened to that?
You had to send in a video under 5 minutes and you had to like answer these bullet.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a video under 5 minutes. I want to listen to her talk about how she did this Because I'm telling you, you're not going to tell me that Amber went on their little website or whatever and submitted a video and said where she went wrong, how she's going to make this right. No, she probably, I'm telling you, dead ass, sat down in front of her camera and said the reason that she believes that she should get her monetization back is that she was mass reported by all of the haters. I promise you that's more than likely what she said.
It became a let's take Amberlynn down type of thing. And so I became demonetized. And I appealed it, obviously. You had to send in a video under 5 minutes and you had to like answer these bullet points and you know, this and that. I was scared. Obviously, who wouldn't be? This has been my source of income. It's why I have a roof over my head. It's how I'm able to take care of.
How is she going to take care of the fur babies now? Won't you send money to her Cash App that's no longer available?
It's the reason why I have anything in my life. I had nothing. I genuinely had nothing. And now I have everything I need because of YouTube. I'm scared. I don't know anything different. Twinkie has surgery on Friday.
Killwell says instead of rebuilding on YouTube, she's leaving because she's punishing YouTube the way she punishes us by taking a break. Exactly. And that's why she will never survive this shit. She might get remonetized after 90 days, but again, when you lose monetization, it's like starting over. It's like starting over. She thinks that she's going to get back to where she was before she lost it, and she already put it in the tank. She already tanked that shit significantly. The kind of money that Amberlynn was making present day before she lost monetization was a lot different than the money she was making, let's say, this time last year. She has worked hard the last 6 months, maybe a year, to tank her channel, just like Chantel did. So then she's going to get remonetized. If she does, she's going to be it's like going to be like starting over from her. She might not recover. Claudio Beach Boss says, rarely explored too hard with my sympathy bone. Exactly. Remember? Claudio Beach Boss, thank you for the support. And that's the thing. Like, you would do the same thing that Chantel does. I hate to keep making the comparisons, but obviously we're more of a Chantel reaction community. Just like Chantel rage baits, so does Amberlynn. And they think that shit's real cute until they piss off a lot of people. And then they start having problems from all the people they done pissed off, especially when it comes to animals and the neglect of said animals.
Twinkie has surgery on Friday. And that is why you guys have randomly been hearing me say, I'm going to the vet. I'm going to the vet because I am trying so fucking hard to figure out what is wrong with her.
I cannot believe that you are taking to your platform because it all has to do with money. Money. God, Jesus Christ. This gets so icky. What is it with these people and exploiting animals for money? I will never fucking understand that. That literally lets you know the low of the fucking low that these people are. This now all of a sudden you want to tell the community about Twinkie Star and Twinkie Star's surgery that they have to have all of a sudden in the same breath begging for money so you can order your DoorDash deliveries. Amber, shameful, absolutely shameful. Liz says karma comes in cat form. Rarity, BBJ, Bruce, etc. Let's not forget Timbit. May they all RIP. Shameful. Seriously shameful. Seattle Sapphire says no one is invincible. Tick tock cutie. You know what? Listen. I think that there is something to be learned from this situation for Amberlynn. Like, this is a life lesson. Will she allow herself to learn anything from it? Probably not. But here it is. Knock, knock, bitch. Life is here to give you that lesson that you need to learn. That's why things like this happen. Like, and I do believe that. Maybe not in all cases and all scenarios or whatever. But sometimes difficult things happen in our life because we need to deal with that. We need to go through that because we need to learn from it. It's how we grow. That is just what it is. It's what it's about. It's a part of the journey, right? And right now, especially for Chantel, like, I don't wish this shit on anybody. I really don't. But I think it would do her more good than it would harm. Like, she needs a fire under her ass to get her ass in gear. And that would probably do it. Because the last time that she went through this shit and she got terminated off the platform, I'm talking about Chantel, she was making moves. Were they the smartest moves to make? I don't know. But she was still making moves. And instead of laying on the couch, getting so fucking high that you can't even speak, I couldn't even understand what she was saying. I could not understand what Chantel was saying yesterday. And I was like, this is just such a waste of fucking brain power to even sit here and even put myself through this shit. So if something like that was to happen to Chantel, maybe she would fucking change something about herself for the better, but she won't. People like Chantel, people like Amberlynn, even if bad things happen to them for good reason, they won't take that opportunity to learn anything from it. I mean, to be fair, Chantel was completely terminated off of YouTube. And let me tell you something. Being terminated, again, is completely different than losing your monetization. Completely different. That's it. That's it. You can appeal it. And if they say no, you're done. You're done for good. I hear recently that they've relaunched this program for people who've been terminated off the platform. And I don't hear anything else about it. Like, I guess they were allowing certain creators to come in to try to get their platforms back. And that's really the last I heard of it. So outside of that, once you lose your channel, there is no coming back. So she's already had that lesson. She's already had that lesson. She knows that could happen, but she got it back so fast. She didn't even have to set like a week without having her channel. It was, I can't remember. How long was she terminated off the platform? It wasn't long enough. Because look at what she's doing now as far as content is concerned. Anywho.
And thankfully, it's now being taken care of. So I'm worried. Keep her in your thoughts, please. Because it has been...
All of a sudden, you want people's thoughts and prayers for the dog. And you didn't have nothing to say about that dog as long as you had money coming in. Wasn't a fuck to be given, was there? But now that you can exploit whatever's going on with Twinkie, that's exactly what you're trying to do. So people are like, oh, she's got to make sure the dogs get surgery here. Because we all know that works in this fucking community, don't we? Oh, you got a sick animal? Here, take it all. Take it all. And odds are that money ain't going to where it's supposed to go. But people don't want to take that chance. They're like, just take it. Just take it, get the Twinkie Star surgery. And that motherfucker's like back on DoorDash. She's getting a 1 hour and under express delivered right to her doorstep because freaking Freya's Cats done sent her $200 to get Twinkie Store's surgery that they need so bad.
It has been a lot. I'm just glad it's getting taken care of. But why I mentioned that, it's just random shit. Like, and I bought all the gifts already. I was supposed to do a swap of pink sparkles. I haven't even reached out.
I was so secondhand embarrassed that she, like, dude, it's just, for her to come on here and talk about how she cannot do this box exchange anymore. I'm like, wow, things have really changed with you, Amberlynn, because I would have never expected this shit from you. And to come on here and cry because you basically lost your job and you're e-begging. Yeah, dry begging, e-begging, cry begging, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And she's like, I can't do this box exchange. It's pink sparkles. I'm just like, wow, this is so cringy, bro. Mrs. Fluffy Bottom says the Gunt House just got a new resident. Yes, it did, Miss Fluffy Bottom. And thank you for the support. Let me let her finish because it's so cringy.
I was supposed to do a swap of pink sparkles. I haven't even reached out to her yet to let her know.
Motherfuckers are literally, they just got their food stamps back. I mean, I hate to be that person, okay? But I'm going to be that person, okay? You got people that are lined up at food banks trying to get food for Thanksgiving. You got people that are standing in line so they can get help on their electric bill. And you... Read the fucking room, Amberlynn. Okay? listen, I'm not going to sit here and act like her losing her monetization isn't a big deal. It is. It absolutely is. But are you really crying over a box exchange? This shit is wild, dude. Liz says she's going to wish that she stayed gone. Tune on in. When she's done, her status quo will know her race is run. Oh, this will be fun. If you know, you know. Liz, thank you for the support, hon. I appreciate you. I mean, I really hate to be that person. But seriously, this is why it's so important, like in general, to just make sure that we are aware of what comes out of our mouth and aware of our environment, especially when you're in a place like social media, when there's so many different people in our communities, different financial backgrounds. Like you could literally be talking to somebody that might not even had dinner last night because they had to go without because they couldn't afford it. And so them hearing you sit here and cry because you can't do a box exchange, like just imagine it. A box exchange, Amber. Girl, listen, if you want to cry because you don't know how you're going to pay your rent, how you're going to pay your electric, how you're going to pay your water, things like that, okay, we'll give you a pass. But this shit, it's cringe. Cringe.
I bought all the gifts already. I was supposed to do a swap of pink sparkles. I haven't even reached out to her yet to let her know that, like, last time I sent her gifts, it was like $400 in shipping. I can't do that. I can't. And that's me being absolutely 100 transparent. I have to save every penny where
Oh, thanks for being transparent that you can't send somebody on the internet a box that costs just $400 for the shipping. I know you motherfuckers are thinking I'm cheap after she says that. Cautious Observer says you just don't understand how hard she has to work to keep from working. And she put effort into that. Just like she puts effort into maintaining that mask. I agree with that. Cautious, thank you for the support, hun. Lights Out says my dog had a cancer lump removed, full service surgery, all the meds, etc. It was $2,300 total. Yep. How broke are you, girl? So many subs and can't scratch up $2K. Exactly. And to be fair, though, we can't, all of a sudden we're supposed to believe this surgery because now Amberlynn has lost her monetization. And the first thing that she does is lays Twinkie Stores medical treatment on the table because that, let me tell you something, manipulation. There is no way that, okay, kids probably, kids and animals is what you would use to get your audience to open up their wallet as fast as they possibly can. And what did she go to? If you go back, I'm not going to because we're never going to get through this. And listen to what Amber says when she starts to tell people that she lost her monetization. That was the first thing that she laid on the table. Man, and on the heels of all the BBJ stuff that we just, went over, people like Frenchie, people like Amber, dude, they go for the kill shot. I'll leave it at that. They go for the kill shot. Like, fuck off with that. Lights Out, thank you for the support.
And I'm so thankful for my grandma and my mom. They both offered to help pay for Twinkie surgery. I literally was so grateful. And like, this is genuinely, it's more serious than it's more serious than Amberlynn got demonetized. It's like
again, and I know, yes, I'll give her the violins in a minute. I just cannot I was cooking yesterday and I could not believe the reaction that I got from Amberlynn, or that we got as a community, about her losing her monetization. It's 90 days. You were not terminated off the platform. You're going to have to hustle, Amber. You're going to have to figure it out. You're going to have to pick your gunt up off the floor and figure out how you're going to make enough money to pay your bills and to get by for 90 days until you reapply for monetization. What are you doing? How is coming online, crying to your audience, how is that helping your situation whatsoever. Shouldn't you be spending this time figuring out what platform that you can go to and monetize and give these people content since you haven't been giving your audience content for all of these months because you've been so stuck up Tommy's ass? And look at how that burned you in the end. This is why you never let a man or a woman fuck your bag up, because I'm telling you, maybe it's just me, but I do believe that all of this comes from her letting this relationship fuck her bag up. She got in this relationship with Emily, Tommy, whatever the fuck her name is. She just got completely obsessed. And that's what she focused on instead of focusing on her career, her YouTube, her content. So now that life is teaching you this lesson, figure out what platform you can go to monetize it and pump out content. Pump out videos of, I don't know what your people want to see. Whatever it is that your people want to see, that's what the fuck you should be uploading on that platform instead of spending time right now on YouTube crying about it. You should be using your YouTube as advertisement. Hey guys, it's me. Don't have monetization over here. Wanted to come over here and let you guys know where you can find me. And guess what? We've got brand new content over there. I would like to say cooking in the kitchen, but I don't know if that's a good fucking idea. So anything outside of that you can do it. Do it. Like, what is this? Amber pissed away Beck's money. Yeah. Emily says, I look forward to your videos every single day. Love you and your content so much. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Thank you, Emily. That was very nice of you to say. Thank you for glazing me up. I do appreciate you so much for saying that. And thank you for being here. Sugar Honey Iced Tea says, now she knows how Beck felt. Thanks for the money. Oh, yes, Sugar Honey Iced Tea. And thank you for the support. How do you think all the people that you did so dirty in your life, in your real personal life, I'm not talking about people on the internet, people you did dirty in your real life, now you're coming online and you're crying. Not only did she lose her money, she lost her power. Like Amberlynn's money, just like Chantel's money on YouTube, brought them power. Listen, do you think that Chantel would have ever been able to get in a relationship with Salah without her YouTube money? We already know the answer to that, right? No. Do you think that Amberlynn would have been able to control certain people that she's been in relationships with without her money? No. No. So she's right. It's more than just the money. They've lost their power, or she has, not Chantel. Chantel's going to lose her power because she's going to take her channel. YouTube don't even have to take her monetization. We're just going to forget. We've already forgot when's the last time we've reacted to Chantel. What is today? I don't know. It's been a few days, okay? People are going to forget. If she keeps this shit up, YouTube, they're not going to need to go take her monetization because people are just going to lose interest. And then nobody's going to want to watch. And there's no money to be made on a channel that's monetized that people aren't watching. That's how Chantel is going to be brought into this.
It's heavier than that. Imagine losing. Just imagine losing it all, And
hey, what are you talking about? TJ Maxx is a good one too. I got my girl Hello Kitty makeup mirror, headband, eyelash. I bet my girl has the same headband you're talking about. I love TJ Maxx. Hell yeah. It's Salon Cutie, our true love story. She wishes. Lights Out says, she won't. Long-term care home Lynn incoming. And the crazy thing about Amberlynn, though, y'all, is that she's so much younger than Chantel. And so she should have so much more fight in her than what we are seeing right now. Like, okay, if something was to happen to my channel and they took away the monetization, I'm going to do exactly what I just told you that Amberlynn should do. Make it happen. Figure out what platform I'm going to go to next. Tell my people where you can find me at until we get shit figured out. Showing how weak you are and showing how much fight you don't have in you, Amberlynn, like, what are you doing? Like, what is this? It's so pathetic and it's embarrassing and humiliating, but I guess that's what you are. So I don't know. Lights Out. Thank you for the support, hun. Miss Fluffy Bottom says, did she just say her mother offered to pay for Twinkie's surgery? Her mom and her grandmother have offered to pay for the surgery. What a crock of shit. She's in the fuck around. Fuck around and found. She's in the found out of the fuck around and found out. Where is Smuggling now? Exactly, Miss Fluffy Bottom. Having your mom and your grandma pay for the dog's surgery. Girl, if you don't set that shit up on payments and get it taken care of and not ask other people to pay your debts, those women ain't got money to pay for that shit. Get out of here. What's Up says, grifting is sad. It's time for people to grow up and earn money like their ancestors did. They would be ashamed to beg from others. Time to grow up. What's up? I don't disagree. And thank you for the super chat, hun. Her sick grandma? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Hello, Rogue. Can she get back with Destiny and do a couples channel? Let me tell you something. All day. I don't know about you guys, but that is when I started watching Amberlynn. And not that that's ever going to happen, but that I used to like, dude, we used to love watching that shit because they did stuff. There were other characters. They went to the lake. There were Eric and Ricky, right? Wasn't that Destiny? Or am I thinking Beck? No, that was Destiny. The Destiny era of Amberlynn, in my opinion, was the best. So could you imagine if they got back together? I mean, you don't have to like somebody to watch their content. You can hate watch their content and still enjoy what you're seeing. That would be fucking great. It was Beck. Beck was with Eric and Ricky. Oh, okay, whatever. Anyways, we still had more content with Destiny than what we have now with Amberlynn. Now she's giving people nothing. She's giving people absolutely nothing. Thank you for being a member, hun. She shits herself, says, I remember how she laughed at Beck when they couldn't afford a U-Haul to move. F and ALR forever. You remember when you did that, Amberlynn? Shameful. Absolutely shameful. Thank you for the super chat, hon. Hello, little Aussie. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Don't fear, Ambi. Can't afford a turkey, so plenty for you. Yaba, you're looking so good, girl. Oh, little Aussie, thank you for glazing me, girl. I appreciate you. And happy Thanksgiving to you and your family as well. Anyone remember Destiny's 21st birthday pics? Yes. God, good times, okay? Listen, when she was with Destiny and then when she got with Beck, that was good Amberlynn content. Well, the beginning of the Beck relationship, I feel like. It was good. It was interesting. She was doing vlogs. They were going places. Like, then everything got really heavy and really depressing, and it sucked. Hippie Peace, karma is a biatch. Fuck around and find out. Hippie Peace, thank you for being a member for 33 months. Appreciate you, girl.
My savings was directly for taxes. It was directly for taxes. I just feel really lost, confused, frustrated. I feel like things aren't always fair. Because it's like, yeah, I made the content, but my content is on hundreds of reaction channels. Every last bit of it, not just snippets, not just this and that, but like my whole video. How are you going to tell that person in the car they have to go 45 miles per hour, but they're in trouble for going?
Yeah, who said it? Megan says it. Taxes don't count as savings, girl. Ma'am, your taxes are your taxes. Your taxes aren't your savings, sweetheart. You know that.
60 a month ago when they were allowed to. But just because the reaction channel might be driving a different car, they're allowed to go 60 when I'm not.
That shit was wild. What she just said was it's just so insane.
This is, I don't
Philosopher Lynn.
want this to happen to anybody. I don't care if I dislike you, if you've ruined my life, if you have created a hate mob for me, if you have bred it, you have fed it, and you have nurtured it as your own, as your baby, as your whatever. I want you to know, deep down, if you're watching this and you're a reaction channel, if I were you, do what you can to make it to where this does not happen to you. Please. Like, genuinely and wholeheartedly. Because
Excuse me, ma'am. We don't need your advice. Okay? Maybe you need to speak to your dear friend, Cutie, the one who you like to defend all the time. Or maybe your other dear friend, Quirky. Are they still friends? I'm not sure. Right? So maybe you should talk to those girls about what they should do and how they can avoid this and how they can protect themselves. We don't need your advice. Okay? We're good over here. We will figure it the fuck out if that time comes. Go ahead, though.
I wouldn't wish this type of fear and pain on anybody because it's heavy. It's hard. It's scary. It's
Oh, are you new on it, Duncan? You're on the jab. The doctor put me on it to reduce the blood sugar. It just dissolved an anti-nausea. If you're new on the jab, just give it time. Hopefully things will get better for you. And if it doesn't work out and you still get sick, you can see if your doctor will prescribe you something different. Like for your body, let's say like God, it's been so long. Like there's Monjuro. What's the other one? Like they affect you different. So maybe they can, switch it. If you give it some time and it doesn't get better, see if they can switch it to something else.
It's not.
I know a lot of it comes down to your insurance too.
Like a place that anyone should be in. People get fired all the time, like genuinely. That's just a thing they do. It just happens. They get fired, they let go, they move on.
Girl, imagine like somebody with a family has kids, has a mortgage, has house payments, insurance to worry about, and they lose their job, right? And here you are, single Amberlynn, been making $10,000 a month. You've got your hand out, and the first thing you go to, my dog needs surgery. See, God don't like ugly, Chantel. Amberlynn. That was funny. Hey, Shiny. Karma, she mocked that woman who lost her job. Damn. Thank you for being a member for 15 months, hon. FFG Modi Cum Fupa says, didn't Amber get a couple of creators' channels removed? I think she did. And she was quite happy when Gorlick lost his monetization. And now that I do remember. And I do somewhat remember there were some channels who got terminated, I believe, due to Amberlynn. You're right about that. Well, there you have it. Thank you for the super chat, hun. If you lose too much weight, we'll have to call you Mini Duncan. Shell says, clip the times ALR bragged about her savings. Also, she's been saying the lump on Twinkie was normal. Now she needs surgery. Thank you for that. If anybody could drop that link in chat. Is it apathetic facts that you're talking about, Shell? Oh, man. I'm not going to have time to watch that today or while we're live, but I'll definitely look at it after we get done. Shameful. Thank you for the support, hun. Taken back. How did I miss you up here? Here you are. She doesn't know how to construct a proper analogy. I can't spit it out. Whatever. It's like hearing the thought process of a 16-year-old who thinks they're being deep. Deep Lynn. Exactly. Taken back. She thinks she's deep. The only thing deep is her friggin' gunt. Chef says, I always thought Destiny was trash. Yes. You're not wrong. You're right. I never really liked that dog smacker or anyone who hits their pets. Me either. She don't deserve pets either. Just trash. Yes. There was actually video clips. It was a long time ago. It was Destiny. And Amberlynn was in the video. I feel like they were sitting on a bed or something. And she smacked the dog or pulled the leg. I don't remember. But yes, there was a situation that happened. Somebody can probably remind us exactly what happened in chat, but she got a well-deserved backlash for that situation. Digestive enzymes. Oh, are you talking about for Duncan, babe? Destiny popped the dog. She dropped the dog behind the couch. Yeah, I can't remember exactly because, dude, that was a long time ago. That was at the very beginning of me watching Amberlynn, I believe. Destiny is an asshole.
They quit. They move on to a different journey in their life, whatever it may be. It's a normal part of life. I'm fully aware of that. I'm fully aware. And there are people out there who have it worse than me. I'm also aware of that. I'm aware of all these things, but
you know what? I don't recall that, but I don't watch Amber as often as I do Chantel. Amber, I used to be very invested in, and I think once the breakup with Beck, I just wasn't as interested, like the whole Jade saga, and I just watch every so often. So yeah, I believe it. With everything else that she's been accused of and receipts have been provided, I absolutely could see her saying that. Did you do that, Amberlynn? Did you do that? You knew somebody that couldn't afford food and you called it tea? That's absolutely disgusting. Missy, thank you for the support, hun. Well, to be fair, Fondue, about Destiny is trash too. Anybody, it's just like anybody who gets with Chantel. Oh, okay, babe, keep me updated. Anybody that gets with Chantel, you can't expect these people to be worth a fuck. I mean, anybody that partners up in a relationship or even as a friend with Amber or Chantel, you know without knowing that they're not going to be good people. Destiny hit the dog and tossed the kitten behind the couch. Oh my God.
I'm just, I feel like I'm drowning. And,
well, are you going to drown, girl? Or are you going to climb to the top of the pool?
Anyways, so I sent the appeal video.
Oh my God. Can you all imagine? Like, what if she really doesn't do anything? Seriously, like that is an option for Amber, right? Is to not do anything. Like she could just be like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm not monetized on YouTube. I can't make money. And if she can't pay her bills, she's not going to have a place to stay. Is she going to move in with her mom and her stepdad? That's interesting.
And
don't forget, make sure you leave a comment on yesterday's live stream. We will do a giveaway before we leave today. Okay, I almost forgot to tell you guys, but we will be doing a giveaway for a pickle tumbler that I don't have over here to show you guys, but you know what it looks like.
Denied it. They denied it. I truly want all my supporters, please, the people who have watched me for so long. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't go. I don't think many people would say you're at work and your boss comes up to you and says, I've decided I'm not going to pay you anymore. You can keep coming in though. I don't think anyone would.
Oh, yes. Are you kidding me? Again, this doesn't make sense. What you're saying, it's not the same. But if I can go to my other job and show up and tell all these people, hey, you can find me over here so I can still be compensated, then yes, I would. So you're not understanding. Amberlynn, you are not understanding. I understand that you losing monetization sucks. It does. But the fact that you didn't get terminated and you can use your platform right now to tell your audience where you are is a fucking blessing. So you can so you're not even being grateful for what you have left. This is absolutely insane. So you're able to still use their platform, their YouTube platform, for you to tell your audience, hey, come over here. Let's hang out. Come over and support me. I'll give you guys some content. Well, we can't do YouTube right now, but you can find me here. It is one big fat advertisement for 257,000 people. And you don't realize that. You don't. You're just like, you know what? I'm just going to not go to work anymore. Okay.
Many people.
Continue to hurt yourself. Hey, Kat, good to see you.
Would say you're at work and your boss comes up to you and says, I've decided I'm not going to pay you anymore. You can keep coming in though. I don't think anyone would. I understand it wasn't.
Okay, another comparison. Here's a better comparison that you might understand. Do you remember when the government shut down, Amberlynn, and the government employees were told to still show up for work and they were not going to get paid until the government opened back up and nobody knew when that was going to happen? And I would say the majority of people, unfortunately, they said, I got to go to work. Because when the government opens back up, whether it be a week from now, a month from now, 3 months, 6 months, a year, then I'm going to have my government job. And I like my government job very much. And I don't want to lose it. Do you understand how that's a better comparison? Do you understand that these people had to show up to work in order to keep their jobs and not get paid. I mean, I understand it's a little bit different because they eventually got their paychecks when the government opened back up, but that's still a better comparison, you know? And then when you get your monetization back, you'll be back in business if you get it back, because it doesn't look like you're still not complying with what they want. Mercio says, I doubt this is the end. She can appeal in 30 days and again on 90. She still can come back just like Chantel. I'm reserving my celebration for when it's official. I think she'll get her monetization back. But if she doesn't wipe her channel of all of the eating content, and you know what I'm saying, then she's going to be screwed. So there's no point. But if she gets rid of the content, she should just nuke the majority of her channel, reapply when she can. She'll get her monetization back. She really just doesn't get it. No, that's the scary thing about it. She's not trolling. She's not rage baiting. She just doesn't get it. She doesn't get it. She's deleted like 2,000 videos. I don't think it's enough. Until all of those are gone with any kind of eating or sorting or any of that, it's still up in the air what could happen. Thank you for your support, hon. Mrs. Fluffy Bottom says, still the entitlement. Still no waterproof mascara. I don't think we've got to the part where she talked about how she hasn't washed her hair since she found out that she was demonetized. How does this help your situation? How does this make you feel like motivate you to make a move? Like, even if it's going and applying for a job at the local Walmart, I would imagine taking a shower and cleaning yourself is going to help you stay in a better state of mind so you could want to do something to help your situation. Laying around in bed, eating and moping and not cleaning, it's not going to do anything for you, but okay.
Coming on here as frequently as I should have been or would have been, could have been, but I was still coming. Now I have to put that time and that energy into other things. I do. I have to give all of myself to something else. And I'm so sorry. Like, it genuinely hurts my fucking soul to say that. It really does. It really, really does. It really, really does. I have to go be a normal person now. A normal person.
I'm here to tell you that's not an option. That's not an option. Amber is in no way physically cut out to go get a 9-to-5 job. She might be able to get on disability. She might go live with her mom and just make it over there, maybe do an OnlyFans in her mom's spare bedroom or something. Amber will not go get herself just a regular job. No way.
I always try to look at the positives to every single situation, no matter how hurtful, painful, scary, no matter what. I try my very, very hardest to look at the positives of it all. And the positives that I see in this is as scary.
Not only that, Krabby Joe, but she's so sorry that she has to do that. She's so sorry to her supporters that she has to go down to that level with the peasants who have to go to work every day. She's so sorry.
As hard and as painful as it is, I get to embark on a different journey now. I get to demonstrate what am I trying to say? Sorry, Romeo just meowed and it distracted me.
Thank you, Rob.
Hi, baby. Hi. I've been depressed as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been depressed in so long, you guys. I haven't brushed my hair since this happened. I have been down in a funk. Okay,
I'm sorry. I stand corrected. I think she says she hasn't brushed her hair since this has happened, which basically means she hasn't washed it. I just caught when I went off camera to blow my nose. I just was looking at the screen and seeing the avatar of Chantel. And looking at Amberlynn with her bun has me dead. They look so identical. Look at the clothing, the ridiculous shirts that they both have on. Look at the ridiculous bun. I mean, yes, Amberlynn obviously has significantly more hair than Chantel. But still. Amberlynn, this is your future. This is your future self over here. This avatar that I'm speaking out of. And this is you in less than 10 years. Okay. Hair loss, weight gain. Never mind. Very good said. I low key crash out too if I had to go be a Walmart greeter for a couple of months after making $1 million on YouTube. But I would have saved money. You know, that's what they said was going to happen to me. The grift gangs. They said that all I had to offer society was YouTube. And outside of that, when it all was over, that I was going to be scanning tampons at the local Dollar General. And it's so funny because the woman that they fucking went to bat for and who they have supported for all these years, that is really what their very near future is about to be. Not that that's funny. Okay, it's kind of fun that they said I was going to be scanning tampons at the Dollar General. Okay, we got a long ways to go before I get to that point with your cauliflower butthole. But anyways, back to you, Amberlynn.
I've been so scared.
Oh my God, did you guys hear the clip on my Twitter? Listen, it is not very often that I get a good chuckle out of the Griff gang, but the one, the only, toilet baby over there was defending Frenchie's honor. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear the slip of what he called Frenchie while he was defending her honor? Let me see. No, this is worth it. Let me get it pulled up. No, you bitches got to see this, okay? Oh, this is it, isn't it? And it's a 3-second clip. So we're gonna get through it very, 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 very fast. Stop screen sharing, share screen, Twitter, make sure my DMs aren't open. Good. All right. You ready for this? This was Toilet Baby defending French Fry Girl's honor yesterday. Now, I need to remind you guys before I play this 4-second clip, is that Toilet Baby has always despised Frenchie. Frenchie once named Toilet Baby the most dangerous man on the internet. And this is obviously very telling because this is what I do believe that Toilet Baby was calling French Fry Girl to his buddies behind the scenes, if you will. Hopefully you guys can hear this. Here we go.
I'm sorry, Garlic Bread. What did FFG? I'm sorry, Garlic.
That is fucked up. Okay? Who does that? That's what you were calling French Fry Girl with your buddies. And here you are months later taking to your platform to defend that person. And then you let it all out, don't you? Don't you, Toilet Baby? He called her and he let it slip by accident. He called her FF Jew. Unbelievable. It's not funny what was said. It's just that I know that this person, this is what they were saying behind the scenes. This is his actual feelings about French Fry Girl. And he needs to take to his platform to now defend French Fry Girl because of the fight between us. And then he had a slip. Let me play it again. One more time. A couple more times. Play that back. Roll that footage. This was yesterday, by the way. This was yesterday.
I'm sorry, Garlic Bread. What did FFG? I'm sorry, Garlic Bread. What did FFG? I'm sorry, Garlic Bread. What did FFG?
This is why you don't do this shit, okay? You would think that you're gonna talk like this, you know, with your buddies and behind the scenes, and you're gonna be offensive. You're not gonna be able to keep that shit covered up. That's gonna come out because that's just how you talk. Like, there are words I don't have to worry about ever leaving my mouth because I don't talk like that. I'll never have to worry about that shit because I don't talk like that. And that should be how it is for most people. You shouldn't have to worry about having a slip like that because you shouldn't be talking like that. Nobody says something like this. I'm sorry, but Jew and G, come on. Bro, come on. She shits herself, says, yeah, but if you made that slip, they would have buried you. Yes, she who shits herself, they went and they did. I can't remember. I don't know what they did. They took a tweet or something and accused me of like using the N-word on my Twitter. I'm like, bitch, do you know how many fights with people that I have been in? And if that had ever happened, how many times my feet, number one, I don't speak like that. I don't speak like that in private. I don't speak like that in public. Right? And they spread that shit around to lie on my good name. And then this is the way they talk with their buddies behind the scenes. It's just crazy. And then you go and you try to defend this person, and then you expose yourself for being exactly what you've already been accused of for years at this point. It's wild. That's what makes it so funny. She shits herself. Thank you for being a member for 32 months. I'm just going to play it. Just a couple more times. We're going to get out of here. Just to show the kind of people that we're dealing with, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, exactly, Wicked Crafter. We see you behind the curtain. Sniffer, toilet baby, cauliflower butt, whatever you want to call the gaining ground. Anything fits, okay? Mrs. Camp says, Camps volunteers at the Money General scanning, or wait. Camps volunteers at the Dollar General scanning tampons. Oh, yeah? Is that so? I bet that's quite entertaining. Do you want to hear a funny story? Speaking of tampons, I don't know why this just came to me. So remember I told you the other day, I took my son to his girlfriend's. It was her 16th birthday party, by the way. Anyways, they had a really nice event and I dropped him off. Well, I had came back home and I had got a delivery from Amazon like every Christmas. Well, for like the last 3 years, I order these antlers and the you know, the reindeer nose that lights up for my van. So I wanted to make sure that when I picked him up that I had my antlers on and my nose on. I just thought that shit was hilarious. Here I am picking my son up from his girlfriend who just turned 16, her sweet 16 birthday party. Yes, I drive a van. I love my van. Okay, no regrets. I'll have you know. And I pull up and I'm like, beep, beep. And she all comes out and she's just such a sweet girl. She's so nice. I'm like, did you guys see my antlers? Do you love them? I made sure to turn the lights on. He's like, all right, Mom, let's go. With his deep voice and everything. Mrs. Camps, thank you for the super chat, hon. Let me play this one more time. Listen, I gotta get out of here. I would love to hear Amber finish crying about losing her YouTube monetization, but I've got Thanksgiving shopping to take care of today.
I'm sorry, Garlic Bread. What did FFG? I'm sorry, Garlic Bread. What did FFG? I'm sorry, Garlic Bread. What did FFG? I'm sorry, Garlic Bread. What did FFG?
But this motherfucker took to her platform and called me anti-Semitic. I can tell you, I ain't never said no shit like that. I ain't never had no slip like that. Who does that? Who speaks like that, bro? I don't get it. I have a truck, Tangerine. I used to be that used to be like my everyday driver was my truck. And then Sam convinced me to get a van. And I love my van. I love my van so much. I feel like even my kids are grown and I don't have to worry about, you know, all of them with me. I'll probably still have a van. You don't know until you have one. I've always been a naysayer when it comes to the van, and I finally got one, and I love it. I absolutely love my minivan. Sniffy Cliffy's bald spots match cuties, for sure. She calls everyone anti-Semitic. Well, she better save some of that energy for that one. Yeah, that's right, Carrie. You like your van too? Mm-hmm. He said that so smooth. He said that because I'm telling you, that's more than likely what they call when they're all together with their buddies. That's probably a nickname that they use. That's why you don't do that. You don't do that shit, number one, because it's wrong. And you shouldn't be thinking like that, speaking like that, talking like that, acting like that. And number two, because you're not going to be able to keep that shit. You cannot be a racist in the closet, anti-Semitic in the closet. That shit will always find its way out. It will always seep out of you one way or another. Please remember that for people who think like that. Let's see. Oh, the giveaway. I was going to cut the fuck out on y'all. Can you believe that? I can. Hold, please. Gen X for sure. Okay, we're going to pick the today's winner from yesterday's live stream. Oh, I see she's already scheduled. Let's see here. Oh, bloop. French fry girl gets exposed for fraud, allegedly. And I don't know. Do we really at this point, do we need to add allegedly in there? Oh, did you guys know? We weren't even live yesterday. Listen to me. I can just never shut up. I just love talking to you guys so much. But I think it was after we were live. Holy shit. We didn't even talk about it. So let's go ahead while I'm getting this pulled up. Did you guys know that Frenchie called the cops on her brother yesterday? I'll have to read the tweets. I know Sam went over it on her stream, but in case you missed that, I want to talk about that before we get out of here. Actually, let me read the tweet. So give me just a second. Sit tight. Don't run off yet. Okay, I know everybody's busy. You got things to do. It's the holidays, yada, yada, yada. But just give me a minute. I know I retweeted it. Let's see. And you're not going to believe this shit. I mean, obviously you will, but still. Okay, here it is. Let me share my Twitter again. Share screen. Here we go. Okay. Right here. Chris Feldman says, this was 12:30. So this is shortly after we went off yesterday, I believe. Chris says, just had a pretty long conversation with the police. Someone went to them to claim that I'm extorting them. They made it very clear that if a person is contacting someone while requesting money in exchange for withholding something, they can be charged with extortion. Low and dirty. Holy shit. Called the cops. So I just remembered that because when I was talking to you guys, it's like, do we still need to allow, like, still put allegedly in the titles? Yeah. Going forward, yeah. Because this motherfucker, when you take the power away from a narcissist, they obviously, she's losing control. And you want to know what the funniest thing about this is, though? So somebody had shared, who was it that shared this clip from the farms? I forgot who I got this from. I want to say Alex, but I normally just share her stuff. It had to be somebody who was private. So this loser, Aaliyah, what's her name? Fuck, it's been so long since I talked about her. Aaliyah, whatever her name is, Strawberry Douche. She said this. She said, look at this blackmailing junkie piece of shit talking about Frenchie's brother. And then Aaliyah goes on and says, I swear to Christ, if someone tried to do this to me in real life, I would have them criminally charged with extortion. Alexander, thank you, Panda Pondu. And that's what Frenchie did. So Frenchie is reading all the ass kissing that is going on the farms, and she is taking their advice. She's like, they're right. I'm going to call the cops on my brother, and I'm going to get this taken care of. So she's reading all the fucking, the idiots on the farms, gassing her up, telling her how great of a person she is. And she's listening to their advice. And the advice that they're giving her is to call the cops on Chris for extortion. Megan, I kind of went over that yesterday. I'll touch on it a little bit today. And it really comes down to because Frenchie hates us. They hated Frenchie just as much as they do everybody else until she fell out with us. And once that happened, then they started kissing her ass. Seattle Sapphire says, let him talk. He can net more on his own. That's true, Seattle. I agree. And thank you for the support. So anyways, I think that's great that Frenchie is being their little puppet and she's dancing for them. This was some artwork shared by Rainy Days that was absolutely hilarious. In case you missed that one, that was a good one. Anything else? I don't think so. That was it. Oh, that was about the elf. God. Okay, so my kid, she just turned 10, right? So I feel like we should get to a point that we should be kind of over the elf on the shelf. And listen, I'm glad that she's still, I don't even know that she's a believer. This is my problem, okay? I don't know that she's a believer on the elf on the shelf, okay? If she is great. That's fine. That's amazing, right? Any new parents out there, unless that is like your shtick and you can manage to think of all creative things to do, I just don't have that kind. I'm 42 years old, okay? I just don't have that steam in me to get all creative with the stupid elf and it's a whole thing and then you forget to move it and then you got to lie to your kid and say, I don't know, you got to give a stupid reason of why the elf didn't move. Maybe it'll move when you get home from school or what'd you do? You know? What'd you do to make the elf not move? I do not like the elf on the shelf. I dread it every year. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be like that, but I am, right? So we were talking about Thanksgiving and the favorite things that we loved about Thanksgiving. And she goes, my favorite part about Thanksgiving is when Amy comes back. I can't wait to see Amy. And I'm like, I can't wait to see Amy either. Yay. Like, I'm so over it. She just lost a bunch of teeth recently, like her last ones or whatever. And it's to the point where it's impossible for me to go in her room and get because she's like, I need an envelope to put my tooth in under my pillow for the tooth fairy. And so I'm like twitching and stuff because I'm like, how am I going to make it into my 10-year-old's bedroom? Okay. She's a very light sleeper. And how am I going to be able to make the exchange for the tooth and the money? Okay. So one night, it was recently, I had to I know, Fauntleroy, I'm aware that she's fucking with me. That's my whole point, okay? I'm very well aware either she's fucking with me or maybe she just doesn't want to tell me that she knows. But she is the type of kid, I'm telling you, like I told you, she had a spite dinner for her birthday, okay? Long story short, I end up putting a note in an envelope with money in it, and I taped it to her door. And I said something about the tooth fairy not being able to access her tooth and just to leave it with her mother. That's just how like pathetic the whole situation is at this point. So she gave me the tooth the next day and she explains to me that the tooth fairy left her this note explaining that she could not get to the tooth for whatever reason and for her to give it to me. So I have to play along with this. Okay. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I'll make sure the tooth gets turned into the right people. Thank you for it's a whole fucking thing. Okay. It is. We're in a really weird phase right now, stage. With my boys, it was really simple. They were just like, I don't know. They just flat out said, like, you don't have to worry about Santa Claus, tooth fairy. Just give me here, mom, give me some money for my tooth. And I'm like, done. Say less. Here you go. Take it. Leave me alone. We're good. Right. But I feel obligated and that's totally fine, to do this as long as she's willing to do the dance, I'll dance with her. Okay. So whenever she comes to me and tells me that, she's over it, or, I mean, we could do this shit until she's 16 if that's really what the fuck she wants to do. No, I mean, you would be surprised. My friend, she posted on Facebook, not that it was last Christmas. They have one kid, right? And he's in middle school. So it was kind of shocking. I was like, girl, okay. But she had said she was really upset. She said that the kids in her son's class had told him that Santa Claus was not real and that the teacher confirmed to the kid. Now, mind you, this kid is in middle school at this point, right? And she was very upset because the teacher had also confirmed to her son that Santa Claus was not real and that her and her husband were hoping to at least have 1 year left to celebrate and to have the Santa Claus experience, and that her son came home devastated, you know? And I'm like, wow, girl. Because I think we're talking like 7th, 8th grade at this point. So I'm not alone. And, it is what it is. What age is middle school? What is it, like 11, 12, 13? I believe. And I just couldn't believe that she even posted that. I was like, you really can't be mad at the kids and the teacher at that point. Like, listen, if my daughter wants to dance that long, you're going out into, listen, the world is cruel, honey. It's better off that you know now than later. I'm definitely not going to take to my Facebook with complaints on me expecting other children to go along with my kid's delusion as a very close to being a teenage kid. You know what I mean? Anywho. Ellie says extortion equals there's info you want hidden equals guilty. Yes, Ellie, exactly. I don't know how we got off topic, but we did, right? Yes. So Frenchie is calling the cops on her brother, claiming that her brother is extorting her, sent the cops, and it has to be Frenchie herself calling because he basically confirmed it. 6th grade. Yeah. 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade for our middle school. Mm-hmm. Okay, Fondue, we've rescheduled the fundraiser just because it's so close to the holiday, to the Thanksgiving holiday. I don't want people to miss. I don't want people to be busy. Everybody's going to be busy in these next couple of days, and I want to make sure that Just Saying gets all of our attention, that everybody can show up. So we're going to push it into next week. I'm hoping that we're going to do it Monday, and I talked to Just Saying this morning, and I let her know. But I just don't think it'll be fair to try to do her fundraiser during a holiday. Right. People are out of town. They're busy. They're with family. They're grocery shopping. And I don't want to do that. I made a bad decision saying that it was going to be today. No problem. Okay, let's do the giveaway. Let's see here. One winner today. If you are in the United States of America, you will win yourself an emotional support pickle tumbler. If you are outside the United States, you will get yourself an amazing postcard and sticker pack. Okay. Give me 2 seconds. Again, we are picking the winner. Look at you all. You had plenty of extra time to go leave your comment. We are picking the winner from Bloop French Fry Girl gets exposed for fraud, allegedly girl. Number of winners is 1. Let me share the screen. Not that one, stupid. Oh, I'm a circle. I hate when they make me a circle. Ooh. Don't make me a circle. Like, dude. Okay. Here we go. I still don't want to be a circle. That's better. Are you guys ready? Today's winner is dun 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 dun. Okay, no, I don't want this. Whatever that is. 2 Dalmatians and a pit. All right. Congratulations to you, girl. Woohoo. That's right, Payday. She better sober up. I don't want to see that shit. You think I'm gonna sit here and watch Chantel slobbering on herself? Please. Absolutely not. I'll sit here and talk about the fucking weather for 2 hours before I'll fucking react to Chantel slobbering on herself. I don't think so. Absolutely not. Anywho, 2 Dalmatians in a pit, please email me at tunderground2323@gmail.com. I'll post that on a community tab post. I know it's a lot. I will see you guys in the morning. And don't forget, we are doing Just Saying's fundraiser next week, so we can make sure that everybody will be present. We're all going to be there to support our girls. I don't want to rush through anything. I want to make sure that she gets what she deserves, the support of all of us during this hard time. So look out for that. It's going to be better. You all be safe out there. If you're going out there and getting your turkey, getting all your fixings, you should already have that shit. But if you don't, thoughts and prayers are with you. Be safe out there in these streets. Thanksgiving shopping. Some of us love it. What alert, foodie is live. I ain't got time for her shit. After that performance you gave us yesterday, no, I'm done with you. Let's see. If she's out on the couch, I'm rage quitting. She's off camera. I'm out of here. You got me all messed up.
Evil cackle. Check fucking mate, Chantal. Check fucking mate.